First class. It's warping time. Alright, how did this happen? Okay, wait, I think this is Dante. First, we boarded the warp train to get out to our next destination, P4. Gone into our fancy first flash freeze hibernation capsules, and we were supposed to arrive at P Corp after a quick blink of an eye, but see you later, Drake. I hope you enjoy it when you get to it. Dante, please respond. There's... The first thing I saw when my vision returned was the perplexed look on Faust, who had entered hibernation at the same time I did. Oh, that's so nice. Then I realized that we woke up mid-transit on the warp train. Which could only mean that we're now stranded in some lost, unknown dimension? Dante, I understand your considerable degree of disorientation, but... What? What the hell happened? First things first. Let's rewind and return to the very start of this highly unfavorable situation we find ourselves in. A few days ago, our next destination... Oh, dear God, Virgilia's voice. Our next destination is to a warp train, Dante. What? Yep, that's where it all started. There I was, still perplexed by the incidents at T-Corp, with my awful idea of clearing the air by asking Virgilius for our next destination. Not knowing the storm that my innocent question would bring. Verily, I must have misheard the... doing Don voice. I'm certain you heard me right, Don Quixote. We are now en route to a T-Corp warp train station. The warp train station must have some conundrum that must be resolved there indeed. A quest that must be swiftly addressed at the station, yes? Did a distortion pop up at one of the warp platforms or something? I see that you now are significantly less inclined to take on some side jobs. But no, we are boarding the warp train to get to P-Corp. End of story. There's nothing between the lines, so don't try reading into it. Sinner shock. It was only natural that the sinners immediately fell into a state of collective dumbfounded shock. None of the sinners have any history of working at W Corp, but we're actually taking that train. Through what vague information we could gather from the identities, we all had some fragmentary knowledge about the terrible secrets of the warp train's operations. I initially considered hiding this information from the rest of the sinners, but since sharing things with everyone and letting them get their 2 cents in usually ended up being pretty helpful more often than not, I've been sharing more of these as of late. You saying? Though I have very dim, if present at all, recollections from the time during which I wear their identities. It can be determined from the conversational records between the manager and the identities that the mechanisms behind warp trains' operations can be deemed as somewhat bizarre and inefficient. Oh, yeah. It's that 10-second trip that actually takes a long time, right? And when the train reaches the destination, they just wipe the passengers' memories? I also heard that the passengers get so tired and weary that they start literally ripping and tearing into one another. Sounds like I might actually have a chance to see a masterpiece with my own eyes. Even when the sinners wear the identities through my identity cards, the identity's memories or beliefs don't bleed into them once it's over and done with. I remember when Faust explained that due to the risk associated with embracing such influences, there was a filtering process that intentionally blocked them from reaching the sinners. That's why the sinners could use the identities of some of our worst enemies without getting infected by their philosophies and whatnot. But it also meant that they couldn't retain any new information that each identity had to offer. That's why I keep a record of some things that sound particularly important, and sometimes share it with the rest of the sinners. Maybe. Is it really murder if you bring them back to life after they end themselves? That is the question. My voice doesn't really carry well past the window, so most of our communications are one-sided, but I had an abundance of W Corp identity, so it wasn't difficult to piece together the truth behind the train. But, maybe ignorance really is bliss. Your alarmed... Oh wait, Faust. Your alarmed response and possible incompliance have already been accounted for. Faust? Then thou hast known all this all along. Wherefore hast thou not deigned to tell me of this? Faust has indeed known this all along, as no knowledge is out of Faust's reach. As expected, a solution to your dilemma has already been prepared. Ah, Ishmael, this is interesting. I seriously doubt your solution involves not getting on the train. So what is it? The bus. Oh, what about the bus? There's no way this thing fits inside a train car. Charon voice. Charon vetoes too. No one to feed Methy when Charon's gone. Miss Faust. The rearmost tail cars of the warp trains are all freight cars. That is where Mephistopheles will be safely fastened and transported. And the LCB will have the benefit of boarding as first-class passengers. That harvests and sells flesh. The bus begins to swell with noise again, though in a slightly different air to the alarm response from earlier. First-class passengers? What, the seats for those pompous tops? Even on normal trains, you've got those sods whose proudest accomplishment in life is planting their asses in first-class seats, while others are cramming themselves into freight cars just because they haven't the cash for even an economy ticket. But hey, don't look at me. I've never been in one of those first-class seats before either. Isn't the... Rodion. I actually do really like voicing Rodion. Isn't the ticket for a single... I can't get her voice in my head. Isn't the ticket for a single first-class seat like as expensive as a free 4 months first salary of a first... I'm stumbling first-year wing employee? Can our budget really handle paying for all of our fares? The company's budget is not a subject that warrants your concern. This is an intervallo, so it's kind of like Hell's Chicken. Not that you're up to Hell's Chicken. Yes, this is an event. They come between cantos, and sometimes there's like a funny event reward that you can redeem at a store for rewards. But the event won't go away. This story won't leave, just the event rewards. I heard first-class passengers get some cool bonus stuff like personalized private capsules or something, don't they? That is the promotional language, yes. They are flash-freeze hibernation capsules to be precise. They have been designed to easily withstand the true amount of time it takes for the warp train to travel from point A to point B. The trip will be over in a blink of an eye for the passengers. The company's regard for our well-being is unfamiliar yet welcome. To be provided such extravagance merely for our comfort. Such occurrence is quite seldom. Right? I honestly thought they were going to slip just the guide and Charon into the first class seats and ship the rest of us in the economy cars. Yeah, I think I'm getting Roger's voice down again. Oh, Otis. This seems like an unnecessary luxury. Otis, I'm not good at this. They should have swayed their budget and given only the executive manager and their loyal advisor access to these seats. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're taking the train to get to our next mission, alright? We have to think about the unique nature of warp trains and prepare ourselves accordingly. Right. I know it's first class and all, but the warp trains are just plain creepy. I knew you'd also be worried about. For example, economy passengers are going to have a hard time getting to a first-class car. If they can't even attempt to open it. I mean, I'm pretty sure the door separating the cars is ironclad. Damn, Ishmael's worried about them. Ishmael, who'd been holding that first-class promotional pamphlet in her hands for a while, was chattering on with fire in her eyes. It's been a minute since I streamed. What is this expression? We won't even have to lift a finger. We just have to board the train, get into our capsule, shut our eyes, and snooze through the entire ride until all that mess in that other cars blow over. I heard they used to give out commemorative merch back when their finances was in the gutter and... Oh... A true adventure is not without its hardships, yet even the most exalted of heroes cannot venture without respite. And in very rare occasions, the hero may even deign to select the first-class seat to rest in place of a quaint inn. Indeed, indeed. Seems like everyone at least was somewhat interested in the fabled first-class seats of warp trains. I could sense that there was growing consensus among the sinners that even a warp train trip might be acceptable if it meant they could ride in the first-class seats. I will board the train if I must. Is first-class seating mandatory? I'll prefer the scenic route. Don't want to miss out on all the fun. Virgilius pretended to not hear Ryoshu's question. Very well. Then I assume that we are all in agreement. Let's go. I have a matter of great import to discuss with thee. What is it? Out with it, lass. Beating around the bush ain't like you. Don Quixote carefully began, almost whispering in a low tone. That is, in the first-class seats, I have heard tell that we must board with our feet freed from our boots. Doth that claim hold water? Oh, come on now. What kind of nonsense gossip is this coming from this time? 'Tis no gossip, forsooth. I have overheard aught from those who have walked past here today, and when one of them inquired, you know that you got to go barefoot in first class, right? The other responded with, of course, man. What am I, stupid? I have no idea what this voice is. Doth the traveler speak true, Ishmael? But don't ask me. I've never been on one of these before either. I don't remember seeing anything like that on the pamphlet. Give me a sec. I mustn't be separated from this voice from Rocinante. Not even for a twinkle. I shan't toss Rocinante. I can't say this name. Rocinante to the side next to such vulgarities like the ugly shoes of Sir Heathcliff. Oi, you little... I implore thee, O illustrious red gaze, prithee grant me thy permission and allow me to board with Rocinante. I expected Virgilius to answer with his usual exasperated rebuff, but this time he responded somewhat serious, if tainted by that familiar annoyance tone. Fine, keep your shoes on. I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna... Oh, yay, we gotta see this art again. Oh my... How many... Oh, it's okay, it's 15. This place is huge. That was my first impression of the warp train station. Oh ho, so this is... Don Quixote shouted vibrantly, immediately recovered from her previous apprehension of the sheer possibilities that she might be separated from Rocinante. So each nest has one of those massive structures in them? I've got nothing. Oi, know anything about what they're asking? Heathcliff asked, gesturing towards Massault with his chin. 20 green circles. Every warp train station has been built with a general design philosophy that draws from their respectiveness as architectural idiocracies. It can also be said that many critics in relevant fields praise the warp train stations as one of many cultural cornerstones of the city. I have no idea when it happened, but Heathcliff started treating Massault like a walking encyclopedia from time to time. Massault? Young Massault? I'm not gonna lie, that took me off guard. Young Massault. Lo, is that a passenger over yonder, one from the west? No way is Massault younger than Dawn. That'd be wild. Incorrect. Leather-based clothing and metal armor are predominant fashion trends often visible in the outfits of the Western population. While that individual's cloth-based style is something ubiquitously observed throughout the population of the North and South, they are largely considered to be an Eastern fashion trend, rarely seen among Western. Prithee, slow thyself, for I must make a record of thy lectures. What wisdom dost thou have to impart regarding the fashion of the northern region? I have once espied in a magazine that they are garbed in loose-fitting outfits, understandably so given the colder climate of the region. An opportunity for a first-hand observation stands before you. Oh, Don voices are just too strong. Oh, God bless the VA. Oh, I know when we don't have the VA doing it. You want I'm gonna die. Ah! Oh. 3 seconds of screaming duet, one of utter fascination, the other of unmitigated frustration. Okay, this person is like more. I think this is Heathcliff with the spears, but it's not Heathcliff. What the shit? You nearly blew out my eardrums. You're the one to talk. Dude, I've got an audible frequency range expansion implant in my eardrums. Holy shit, man. Now get the hell out of my way. You're blocking the walkway like a ragtag band of hicks who've never seen a warp train before. Damn it, I take the train all the way here for an expedition only to lose my target, and now these assholes are trying to blow my eardrums. Great. Just great. I love this. Guys, isn't it that obvious that we've never been on a warp train before? And the ticket fee came straight out my damn pocket. Whoa, watch out, big fella. Someone might get seriously hurt if you keep swinging those forearms around, each holding a weapon to boot. Prithee, wilt thou stand still for but a moment to satisfy a few inquiries of mine regarding thy outfit? Oh, yes, yes. Stand in absolute stillness for 5 minutes and I... Seriously? The fixer with a particularly impressive set of prosthetic arms spent a few minutes venting several of his numerous grievances at us before storming off to a different platform. Ah, indeed, 'tis grand, the city of sundry odd personalities. I'm pretty sure he was thinking the same thing. I guess the city is really full of people with full-body prosthetics. That's when Vigilius slowly walked up to our crew. Well then, we'll rendezvous at the destination. Huh? Will the illustrious Red Gaze not ride alongside us? Thank you very much, hey. W Corp policy demands that those with the title of a color must board a train specially prepared for them instead. Ooh, are you like riding the first class plus or something? That's a color for you. I guess special treatment from the wings no matter he goes. Charon wants to go back to Methy. Methy will be lonely. I already told you why you can't, Charon. On 3 separate occasions in which I brought you those multi-flavored candies. Humans are not allowed aboard the freight trains. Humans? Then, Miss Faust. Yes. Vigilius, after exchanging a knowing look and a nod with Faust, escorted the particularly peeved Charon away. Dante, let us proceed this way. We followed Faust's guidance to the entrance of our train car. Damn. Whoa, hey, our colors are starting to come back. Ooh. Like, dude. Hey, these must be the fabled complimentary food and drink of the first class seats. Heck yeah, of course. Quality stuff like these gotta be included with that insane pricing. The general response to the room was a surprise at the rows upon rows of expensive-looking sizable capsules. Flash freeze hibernation, huh? I guess it literally freezes our bodies in a flash. Faust, are these flash freeze hibernation devices safe? Please elaborate on your exact definition of safe. These things are supposed to freeze us solid, right? Can we really come back from something like that? A flash freeze hibernation device will put you in a temporary state of death caused by rapid cellular cryopreservation process However, the rapidity of the process prevents damage to your cell walls during the phase change. Therefore, in most normal cases, this will not cause any issues. Faust is aware that this model has fully resolved cell wall breaching issues caused by cryogenic density change or by ice crystal groups of hydrogen molecules. Oh, Jesus. I missed about half of what you said. But your point is that is it safe, right? Thank you, hey. Yes, as far as Faust is aware, even if an issue were to arise during the journey, because everyone will be reverted to their state at the beginning of the train trip upon arrival, there won't be any lasting complications from this said problem. Boy, you got some real talent dragging out something so simple as, yeah, it's safe, to so many words. Seriously? Indeed, as Faust's talents are not limited to a singular field. Okay, but that still leaves a lot to be worried about. Wait, there was something odd about the way she phrased that. Not limited to a single field. As far as Faust is aware, are you saying that it could be wrong? As a general rule, Faust does not err. However, Faust is also not a divine being. There are certain information in the world that Faust is yet to have access to. Therefore, while Faust may speak the facts, what is said may not always align with the truth. Okay. They don't call first class for no reason. I guess P Corp's the way up in the northernmost corner of the city, but this thing will take us there in the blink of an eye, huh? That's one hell of a time saver. I can't do these don't sound. Prepare thyself, Rocinante. First begin the long jaunt. Oh, I've been meaning to ask Don Quixote. Do ya ever, wash those shoes? Where'd that come from, Roger? No, I mean, think back to when we were inside that whale. I can do it like a Limbus company, but when that whale blew up, we got all kinds of its gross slimy bits on us. They wore out clothes and shoes and everything. Yeah. Do you remember how much work it took us to clean out bloodied, fishy, fleshy gunk clothing? This really isn't something I want to revisit, but yeah. Right? Do you also remember how Don Quixote never took her shoes off once during that whole ordeal? Okay, I guess they do look a bit filthy. I asked thee, dear compatriots, hast thou ever witnessed an errant knight who leaves the side of their beloved steed? Can't say I've ever witnessed a knight before, though. Then thou shalt know starting now. Behold it, hearken to it, and remember it well. They never quiet down, do they? Whoa, have you been on one of these, Otis? I have been treated to premium VIP seats of similar grandiosity back then. This is nothing to fuss over. Otis, who was sitting there and shaking her legs, suddenly asked Faust a question. Hey, you're confident that no accidents ever occurred on one of these first-class cars, yes? In order to prevent cases of unnecessary anxiety and misgiving among the sinner, the history of accidents that has occurred aboard warp trains will not be shared. Wait, what the beep? Oh, I think we're leaving soon. This is for warp train PW612, bound for P Corp. Bounding period is ending soon. The sinners who were either leisurely enjoying their complimentary snacks or taking a look around the first-class car suddenly became a lot busier. Thank you so much, hey. Then let us hurry and enter our capsules before it is too late. Oh no, why isn't this... The other sinners made it into their capsules, no problem, but I felt like I was the only one who's fumbling. Is it anxiety, Dante? Does she have a soul smile? It just feels like Faust is smiling more. I think so. Initiating warp in 10 minutes. Allow me to assist you. Stand as though you are leaning back and... Is that Dawn? I think that's... Who's that pose? That's Hong Lu. That might be Ryoshu. This could be Faust Sang? Faust has like very small like smiles and sometimes looks even a little bit smug. Faust expertly guided me into the capsules as though she'd done something like this before, then pressed the button inside the capsule that closed the hatch. Do not worry too much. We will meet again in but a moment, Dante. I thought I heard a brief sigh, but the hatch shut tightly before I could ask her anything. Initiating warp. Please confirm that your seatbelts are firmly fastened. The last thing I saw before my capsule began to fill with gas was Faust climbing into her own capsule opposite of mine. I had no idea then what she really meant by "we will meet again in but a moment." Dante, you must wake up, Dante. But one thing I knew for sure was an inconceivable situation has occurred. That something had seriously gone wrong. Oh, we got... God, this architecture. The gears? Oh, more story. Let's do this. We're here already? Wow. I guess that wasn't exaggeration at all. It all really happened in the blink of an eye. The dawn pose is so funny. As always, Faust was giving me her usual look, which was a complete lack of any emotive expression. Which I suppose is why it didn't immediately register that something had gone awry. No, we are not yet at our destination. Huh? When I finally came to and after I had some time to digest that odd reply, I looked up at her face once again and realized that her expression was more antsy than usual by a microscopically minuscule degree. So, this train is still running? Yes. Then, where are we? I believe we are currently stranded in an unidentified dimension, coordinates unknown. I took a reflexive deep breath from the sheer horror of the numerous implications stuffed into that dryly delivered sentence. When that passed, the first thing that struck my mind was what we were about to suffer, the very thing that we were so worried about. I see. But I soon found myself calming down. Yeah, this had to be a part of Faust's plan. She's probably saw this coming from a mile away. I'm sure she's about to proudly tell me every little detail of her plan that will help us out of this situation. But this is all just a part of the plan, right, Faust? That was an unusually long silence from Faust. You are half correct, yet half incorrect. With that, Faust left me to flounder in the chaotic stream of vaguely terrifying information as she began stopping by each capsule to wake the sinners. Oh, we're here already. Man, it really happened in the blink of an... No. Ooh, what's this? We're here already for real. It really happened in the blink of an... No. I'm drinking, like, sips of water, okay? Whoa, we're here. I guess I was really worried over No. Thanks, Faust. He didn't even get a word. He didn't even... Let me sang speak. Yet I have not uttered a single word. There was a brief cheer, a little hurrah about regaining our colors, followed by a flat-toned explanation of our current predicament, which was then followed by a long, loaded silence, which was a sequence of events I had the pleasure of watching play out about 10 consecutive occasions. Dante, I understand your confusion, however, perhaps an elaboration of our present circumstances is necessary. And that brings us to the present. Let me get this right. This train's still running? And we're drifting through some unknown dimension? Ooh, aught about that strike of me as quite dramatic. Most importantly, are you saying that you already knew that this would happen, Faust? Yes. What the hell is wrong with you, huh? The sinners each began to voice their anger. Of course, this wasn't the first time, Faust and Virgilius intentionally and knowingly omitted certain details about events in our path. What are you, insane? It's not like we can just retreat or jump out the door when stuff hits the fan. The dawn line? What did I say? Opening the door will result in nearly immediate destruction of the physical body. But hey, at least you know what to do like you always do. You've got a plan, right? Right? Faust, whom I had never seen at a loss for words, was having oddly long instances of silence. What's up with her? Lass looks totally out of it today. She gives me a sideways glance. I'm glad you're enjoying it. There must be something she can't discuss in front of the sinners. Guys, let's pause for a bit. She said that something inconceivable happened. The other sinners' anger were completely understandable. It also makes sense that this continued lack of communication is harming our trust in Faust. Alright, we're going to go over the situation from the start, okay? Dante acting like a... Okay, well, first things first. I want to say that Dante, trying to act like a manager. But we're getting a lot of Faust this intervallo, which is interesting. But just letting things play out might really turn everyone against Faust, and for good. And I doubt Faust had any ill intention in waking us up in the middle of the trip. First things first, I gotta get the sinners to calm down, then I'll ask Faust to tell us what happened. If there's a problem, we'll figure it out and deal with it as we move along. Tell us what's going on, Faust. All of it. And in a way that we can all understand. Let's hear her out first. Is that okay with you guys? If you say so, I'll go along with it. Fine. I suppose losing my rag really ever did anything. Thank you. Then, after some time, the gist of Faust's explanation was as follows. The cause of this issue, as always, involved a certain contract and a unilateral decision from the higher-ups of Limbus Company. W Corp caught wind of Limbus Company's recent distortion contract management promotions, and decided to contract us to deal with a mysterious repeated series of incidents suspected to have been caused by a distortion, after multiple failed attempts to resolve on their own, of course. The distortions themselves likely did not pose a problem for W Corp. Based on the available information, it can be determined that they would have been neutralized as soon as the train arrived, and any transformed passengers would have been reverted to their human forms. But the real issue was that the passengers were disappearing. Passengers spirited away? Alas, such is an impossibility aboard these trains, is it not? That is the question for which we must discover the precise cause and effect of. Did W Corp share anything to get us started? That appears to be the most prominent cause of this misunderstanding. She explained that W Corp refused to share anything about the trains because they were concerned about maintaining the secrets of their singularity. Maybe that's exactly why they sought out an upstart business like Limbus Company to deal with this, and I think about it. We wouldn't even know where to start if we didn't have access to the information that the identity cards had to offer. Faust produced what appeared to be a key card with a W Corp logo on it, before continuing her explanations. However, we were given this master key card, that can open and close hibernation capsules at will. We may return to our respective capsules as soon as the contract is fulfilled and safely complete the rest of the journey as we had planned from the beginning. These bloody wings, every single one of them's been absolutely balmy. I think it's a bit unkind of them to ask us to finish the puzzle without all the important pieces. At least T-Corp, their chief executive director, tagged along as our assistant, not to mention kindly explaining so many new things to us. I'm not sure if we can loot this place. It sounds like Miss Faust was stuck between a rock and a hard place herself. Some sinners grew more receptive after her explanations, albeit with a sigh. I would have appreciated if you at least gave us a hint. Yeah, Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but it's not like there's someone out there monitoring every move and every word, right? That is so suspicious. That is... But not everyone was willing to let this go without saying their piece. Next time, I will take your inputs into account. And that's everything I can do for her. It's an undeniable truth that Faust has disappointed the sinners with what she's done. But she is Faust, after all. I'm sure she has a backup plan, or backup plans to get us out of this situation. So what's out next on our agenda? Yeah, what's done is done, right? Besides, it's not like we gotta run away for thousands of years inside this metal box. That is something I must first discuss with Dante. Discuss? But discussing things with other people is very unlike Faust. What are we discussing, Faust? I recommend that you lower your voice from this point onward, Dante. Why are we whispering? Her secretive attitude only served to exacerbate my already battered sense of safety. My connection to Faust has... Oh, what? Oh god, I'm so tempted to search up Gesellschaft. Maybe it means like master or myself or like my twin or something like that. Yeah. Hey, you might not know this, but there's a little theory that Faust talks to other Fausts. It's interesting. The water. I'll drink the water. Oh god. I am sorry. What? I cannot access Faust's knowledge at the moment. I guess I was absolutely right to be anxious. Bro, does Faust like have a tablet or something on her arm, or... I remember there was like a scene where like she looked at her arm. I need energy! It will be fine, maybe. Oh god, I want to use the new identities. Yeah, we're using them. There's no redeem. Okay, I was stretched though. Okay, just a little stretch. I don't have redeems, but yeah, thanks for the reminder, hey. Ow. Oh, what? I don't know who I want to run. One. They're all good. They're all really good too. We're gonna run it by the booster. Honglu gives 40%. I don't think anyone else gives me a percent. Oh, because he's got ego. Massault. My Massault is not upgraded. I'm just going to hope that they give me the bonus anyway. Gotta do them. Oh, right. I forgot. You can have 12 people now. Damn. I guess we'll go 6, 7, 8. We're kind of screwed from this point. God, yeah, you can have 12 people now, which is... Well, not 12 people at the same time. You have 6 people, and if someone dies, they throw someone in. Well, that was Arcorp Heathcliff, Rabbit Heathcliff. What do you mean you can't? I mean it in the most literal sense. My access to Faust's input and information, which has always been readily available, is completely severed. Does Faust look sad in this picture? I can't... Does she look sad? Oh, what if everything about this situation is something you don't have access to yet, like you said last time? She's sad? Yeah. Why you have... this is the most emotion Faust has shown. One cannot completely dismiss that possibility, but even that is uncertain. Every answer Faust has given me was always full of confidence and methodical expertise. I don't think she's ever said a sentence that was this full of speculation and doubt. Then, Faust, you are... Yes, at this moment I am limited to operating only with my knowledge. I cannot discern the cause of this disconnection. More than enough precautions likely have been taken in case of interdimensional travel, but perhaps Faust did not take into account an occasion in which we may have to access an unidentified dimension such as this. Or even if it was taken into account, this particular dimension may not have yet been subject to cross-observation. Jesus, okay. If that is not the case, then No, never. Don't forget to breathe. I do forget to breathe. I don't know how. This slip-up? There was nothing that suggested that my connection to Faust would be lost, not even as we boarded the train. To be honest, this is a rather disagreeable situation for me. Alright, but now that changes everything. I recalled the last thing I saw before the hatch on the capsule closed, when Faust told me not to worry too much. Okay, this is just minor setback. Nothing we can't beat, right? We got this. I began to mutter like I was trying to convince myself. As the manager, my job is to calm everyone down and set their sights on the future, just as Faust did for me immediately before the hatch closed. If you're right about why you were so disconnected, then that problem will solve itself once we're off the train. And if we do ever run out of options, I'll just turn back the clock and see what happens. Don't stress yourself too much. We still have a lot to work with. Your knowledge, my clock, and the sinners, and I could feel my confidence taking a hit with every word that came out of my metaphorical mouth. But that seemed to be enough for Faust. She nodded. Understood. And to the sinners, the fact that we are currently confined to a warp train in operation must be a source of enough stress. I believe that sharing Faust's current state with them would add an unnecessary source of tension. What, so wrecking this door ain't gonna do anything? Or going to bite it once it opens? How many times I have to tell you that you're not even strong enough to break this door down? A billion years in this box? Yeah, good idea. So what now? Do you have to take a searching sweep around each car or something? In the grand scheme of things, yes. Faust cleared the air with a cough before continuing. By A-Corp standards, A-Corp? Timescale, approximately 3 days have passed since our departure. As per the contract between Limbus Company and W-Corp, I acquired the master keycard placed inside my capsule and adjusted the hatch settings to open automatically in 3 days. 3 days, huh? I feel like I just blinked, and I guess that's hibernation for you. That I did like a Faust, and then I did like a really weird accent for Sinclair. As you were all informed prior to boarding, there is no way for the economy class passengers to enter the first class car. That is why this place has remained untouched. However, cross-referencing my own deductions and W-Corp's rather fragmentary explanations, I can assume the situation is currently under progress in the economy class cars. Think of Sinclair as dead. I'll think about it. Okay, Heathcliff. The part where they thrash the shit at one another, tearing their limbs off, all that mess. No, I doubt that. I don't think you'd get that bad in just 3 days. Besides, what's that supposed to be business as usual at W-Corp, right? There must be something else that's out of the ordinary they want us to deal with. Precisely, in my opinion, it is... Oh! Hold that thought for but a moment. Just as Faust was about to continue, Don Quixote raised her index finger to her lips and signaled her to be quiet. Dost Dost thou hear aught as I do? Scratching, nay, rapping, forsooth, past this gate must be. As the young Don Quixote kept listening with her ear to the door, an odd expression of half curiosity and half horror appeared on her face. It is possible that there must be... Lady Faust? After that very distressful noise, everyone simultaneously turned their heads to look at Faust, who closed her eyes briefly in thought. Please step aside for a moment, Don Quixote. It would be best if I observed it with my own eyes. With that, she produced the master keycard from her pocket and approached the panel installed next to the door. Whoa, hang on a minute. You're going to open the door? I intend to follow your usual flavor of suggestion, Heathcliff. That there are times in which a physical altercation is preferable to a detached rumination. Huh? My suggestion? Well, I ain't gonna disagree with you there. But what's gotten into you, lass? After all, how could I deduce anything without seeing it myself? Beep. After a brief mechanical beep... I don't think that was the right sound effect. Hideous creatures suddenly crashed through the open door and charged wildly in our direction. Okay, it's fighting time. I'm gonna hydrate a bit as well.
나만 믿고
Yep.
다들 집중해줘.
Odd.
도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
Oh, they do bleed count. Target bleed. Absorb up to 10 bleed. Counter base power for every bleed on the self. Game. Oh, they bleed as well when they get hit. Coagulated blood. Turn ends to gain 2 fragile. Oh, failed to do the offense level. Oh. Gonna bleed. I don't really want to hit him, but we do so much damage. Yippee, dominating. God, my quick suppression. Cry.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
God, this is the first time I'm using W Otis, and obviously
오늘도
so
즐거운 하루를
cool.
지내셨네. 그렇지? 잠시만 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
Screw it. Oh, welcome in GTA.
내 앞을 막을
Wait,
자는
the
없어.
W cool prevent.
지금이 기회인 것 같아.
Oh man, I did so much reading and we're only like 4 nodes in. Oh, she's so cool! Look at her, the fucking great sword.
출력 퇴비치. 방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
Oh, it's just one wave. Okay, good.
공격 범위 확인.
Thank you very much, Gabriel.
방금 했던 공격은 매우 효과적이었어. 하지만 아직 부족해. 다음 공격은 더 잘할 수 있도록.
I see the quotation marks, but if you do want me to give you one, I can. We're just on the train. Right, we're pretty much at the beginning. Lady... I'm switching between so many voices. Lady Faust, however similar in appearance they may have been to the passengers. Verily, 'tis as though they were in complete want of sense, like people politified by the whale. Don Quixote hesitated until the last minute before raising her weapon to fight them. She hangs her head mournfully. Muscle memory. Normally, Faust would have told her more information about those monsters before the fight began, and she would not have been burdened by the sheer thought of bringing harm to the innocent. God damn it. Yeah, I'm drinking water. Faust began searching the area, closely observing various bodies in the general area for information. Don't die. Thank you. You appear particularly inquisitive today, Miss Faust. Huh? Yeah, aren't you usually the one who has all the answers while we're racking our brains trying to come up with something? The sinners were starting to feel that there's something off about Faust's behavior. They might even soon realize that there's something wrong with Faust right now. She looks... she looks sad. Why did she look sad? It's like maybe it's the eyebrows or the way the eyes are facing and the mouth. Don Quixote, they are not dead. Huh? Observe closer. The parts that are all tethered to one another by something, are they not? Oh! It appears that the flow of time has ceased in this space. Therefore, it follows that the connections that tether bodies to life and away from death remains intact. To my relief, Faust manages to correctly figure out what's going on, like her usual self, even if it took her slightly longer than it usually does. The enemies do look a little blood fiendish, but there's nothing saying that they are blood fiends. They just look like passengers for now. What? I'd say, hey, what'd I say? We got this. Huh? What was that about? Nothing. But I'd forgotten that not all sinners were content with nodding along to whatever information Faust told us. The flow of time has ceased aboard a warp train, is it? Yi-sang grew pensive, seeing that Faust's lips parted for a moment before closing shut. Damn, Yi-sang sees through her. I was starting to get a good read on her. That was an unmistakable look of regret, no matter how short-lived. Howbeit, would it not be more accurate to muse that the flow of time has decelerated to the point where to an extra-dimensional observer, it has slowed to a stop? What is your perspective regarding this suggestion? Yes, that is most rational suggestion, Yi-sang. Real. Did Miss Faust just say something wrong? Oh, wow. Yi-sang sure is a time expert, right? Can you summarize it in an easier language now that we're talking about it anyway? Dante's trying to cover for Faust, but Yi-sang knows that, like, she doesn't... She's not being a genius. Gladly. If look at that smile! Yi-sang, he's so good ever since his arc. If you will, gladly. If you would allow me. Yi-sang began to elaborate with gentle enthusiasm. That was close. To speak in brevity, it can be said that death is not an element aboard this train. And? Can you maybe speak in a little less brevity? To elaborate. Verily, this one heart still beats still. Don Quixote lowers her head and listens closely to what appeared to be a dismembered torso and shouts with relief. Their state is akin to an unassembled jigsaw puzzle, merely immobilized and separated. Inside the oh, Jesus. I mean, the sinners can probably still put up a fight, but, you know, not as effective. Though their corpus has been sundered, the concept of death is at a state of, for all intents and purposes, eternal delay aboard this train. Existence in continuous of moratorium. Force they are, to be tethered upon the thinnest yet tenacious thread of life. I ill understood what have been said here, yet they are not dead all the same. Yes, in Magic School Bus. If this Faust. If their severed parts are all connected, then it can be said that no matter how entangled their bodies become, it is not impossible to eventually gather their parts together to form a single passenger. Thus, naturally, we can determine how and why the profession W Corp cleanup agent has come to be. I see, because someone will have to categorize and reconstruct these puzzles once the journey is over. It's really baffling to me that a job like that even exists. Ever seen a wing that wasn't baffling in every sense of that word? Still, I guess that means as long as the train arrives at the station, they'll all be packed together like nothing happened. From what I learned for the W Corp identities, their main job was to gather chunks of flesh together to bring them back to their original shapes before they boarded the trains. It's a lot more visceral when I have to look at it in person. Phew, that is quite the auspicious news among ill tidings indeed. Technically we've been in the train for 3 days, but Faust just took us out of the capsules because we're first class passengers. It soon clicked in me what Faust was doing. What Faust was, though with some effort, trying to do as I watched Don Quixote sigh with relief. 50 years, oh god. Maybe Faust was trying to cheer Don Quixote up in her own way. The other Faust would not find it even necessary to do something like, whoa, wait, that's really interesting. Though with some effort. Dante. Huh? What's up? Oh, time to whisper, right? Indeed, I intend to collect further intelligence. Well, if there's anything I can tell you... Faust cast a dark gaze towards chunks of flesh. Her gaze remained fixed upon them as she whispered. Are they distortions or abnormalities? Oh, yeah, I actually wanted to ask you about that. They weren't humans, that's for sure. From them, I felt the same sensation I felt from monsters. Something inexplicable, an unclear sensation or an aura. I felt this somewhere before, I'm sure of it, but I couldn't quite pinpoint the source of this sensation. One thing I do know for sure is that this sensation was not the same feeling I got from the abnormalities, distortion, or even the Pecatula. If I had to lean one way or the other, I'd say they're closer to distortions. I'm sorry, I don't think they're either of those. Is it difficult to be certain at the moment? Again, I'm not sure how I can explain this, but they're very, very similar to distortions, but also different? If you had to ask then, I'm gonna guess Faust doesn't know. Faust may know, but I, at this moment, have no way of knowing. But it was on... Oh, GTA, if it makes you feel better, my rolls weren't exactly good either. I did 30 pulls, nothing. But then I had to use a lot of shards. I feel like I should apologize for that. There is no need, Dante. Through the information you have provided me is rather ambiguous. It has helped me deduce something of worth. And collecting intelligence myself and creating deductions based on sparse information is quite... She paused, holding a bloody, slimy chunk of flesh in her hand. Did she just smile to herself with gore in her hands? Oh, finally, the awakening has begun. Congratulations on your suffer. That is a real Limbus moment. Well, I guess just Project Moon moment. After a round of intelligence gathering from Faust, we opened the door to the next cabin, only to be greeted by a loud commotion. It sounds like there are other survivors. Ah, passengers in danger, worry not, for I have a right to... Oh! Whoa, whoa, don't come any closer. Who the hell are you guys? A four-armed woman suddenly jumped in our path. She appeared without warning. Faust stumbled a little, inadvertently slapped by the figure's swinging arms as she pushed us away. Right, like you gave me any warnings before you practically kicked that door open. They look like I can see what you're talking about in terms of like the color of them. Would you mind moving that huge sword out of our faces? It's a bit disconcerting. Threatening? I don't know what voice to give her. threatening. I'm just trying to protect those civilians in this car. Also, is that a bioprosthetic? Must be an old-timer, huh? I thought those things went out of style forever ago. Oh, you want to see what this old-timer's got left in him? Aha, thou art from the north, verily. Thy garb is that of northerners, no? This really ain't the time, lass. Anyways, it looks like we're in the same mess here. Make way for us, yeah? She seemed to be sizing us up for a moment. Nah, how do I trust ya? Got any proof that you ain't bitten? I'm not gonna let all my effort protecting this place go to waste. Bitten? The bloody hell are you talking about? Weird. You look completely lost. If you were in one of those economy cars, I'm sure you've seen... Hold on. Are you from the first class car? Yeah, we just woke up from our capsules. But none of you look very... I mean, aren't first class supposed to be... Well, why didn't you just say so from the get-go? My name's Sasha, multi-crack office rep. With that, she lowered her weapons and allowed us to pass. Huh, okay. Have you not left this car for the duration of the ride, Sasha? No, I haven't. I do like the way God, she does look cool though. We warped over to T-Corp after picking up one of our contracts, but geez, can you believe that the train car broke down? Shit, is it even broken? She's on... No. I'm not feeling hungry or sleepy at all. It stinks of some shady bullshit if you ask me. You can feel all that even in a prosthetic body? Man, how could I live without my favorite hobby? Drifting to a sweet nap after a pleasant meal? So I made sure to get high quality parts for him so I can still feel hungry and sleepy. No worries, hey. Hasn't something else of note also occurred? You bet your ass it did. Something else of note to go down. How distracting. Is it hard for you to speak without being so hyper? Well, at least stop swinging your arms around like that. Can't do that, friend. I broke all my prosthetic arms in a fight, so I'm calibrating a new set. Gotta keep swinging if I want them to sync up with the other parts anytime soon. Anywho, I don't know what the hell's going on, but people started turning into some weird monsters all of a sudden. Having a goddamn clue as to who they are. Don't seem like they can understand us either. Good thing my train car didn't have a lot of those monsters. I just chopped what monsters there were to pieces and hauled the civilians to this vacant car. Sob. 3201 red colors. Oh, unhinged. 3202 red colors. You have decided to protect them despite the potential risk that they may transform as well. How long is this I don't know. But of course, 'tis expected duty of any valorous fixer to stand guard in the front lines against evil to protect the weak. I've been keeping a close eye on for the last 3 days, and so far, 0 transformations. Go past this car and you'll see what the hell on earth really means. Those monsters are constantly trying to claw their way to the front of the train, so if you ask me, I'd register some shit went down at one of the train cars in the back, and it spread like wildfire till it reached here. I see. And that's all I can tell you about the situation. So what's your story? Why did you rich first-class folks decide to suddenly grace us peasants with your presence? Nothing that's happening here could have made it to your swanky first-class cars. So what's your business down here? I don't know what voice I want to give her, but she is really cool. The engine thingy that goes choo-choo. W Corp has hired us to solve this case. We are, fixers! Indeed, fixers. Faust wore a look of reluctant acceptance as she affirmed Don Quixote's declaration. Huh, I got every single one of your first-class ticket. The office must be rolling in the dough. Wait a goddamn second. So W Corp Ray knew that this would happen? But, are you really contracted to a wing? Not sure if I trust you. As you must be aware of yourself, contracts and contract fulfillment are of paramount importance for fixers. With that in mind, please recall that W Corp is one of the most secretive wings in the city. Ah, a non-disclosure agreement, huh? Makes sense. I wouldn't want to deal with those oofy boys either. Anyways, I'm still gonna have to ask for proof that you're actually contracted by W Corp. This is the master key card given to us by W Corp. I believe that it can open most doors aboard this train. Faust produced a master key card from her pocket. I guess there isn't any other way for us to prove that we're actually contracted by W Corp. A key card? So you use this thing to open the path between the first class and economy class car. Let's see, W Corp, logo. Whoa, nice materials. Looks like you're telling the truth. Alright, I won't pry. Now, not like there's any cash in it for me either. So I guess you gotta go all the way down there for your job, huh? Yes. The fixer finally got out of our way, then with one of her free hands pointed towards the opposite door. Well, it's your funeral, ladies and gents, or your victory lap if you guys are really that good. Lots of luck to y'all. I thank thee for thy words of courage, fixer Sasha. I shall trust thee with protection of this fortress prithee. Protect thy innocence in my stead. Big sis? No, I don't. Is this kid going to die? This kid is going to die. Big sis, are you a fixer? Are you going to save us from the monsters in the car behind us? Ho? No way. Dawn got called Big Sis. Just as we were about to reach the other end of the car, a little passenger pulled on Don Quixote's coattails. Aye, forsooth. Wow, are you a famous fixer? Forsooth, once again, thou mayest know me as profoundly illustrious fixer. Whoa, I want to be a fixer too, just like... Don't pester the lady. I'm sorry, she's my daughter and... Worry not thyself, 'tis no bother at all. Thou must dream of becoming a fixer thyself, little squirt. It is fortunate that someone like yourself is aboard the train. Your presence ensured that child's survival. What? What do you mean ensured the survival? What you're talking about all of a sudden? Come on, no need to keep up appearances between people in the same line of work. I'm just here to collect some sweet emergency contract fees from each and every one of them. Are you two on something or what? I see. I don't think Don Quixote needs to hear what she just said. Didn't know you could be like that, Faust. Be like... what? You knew there was no way the fixer was actually there to protect them out of pure goodwill, but you decided to go along with Don Quixote's delusions anyway, am I right? What is this expression? There's a picture of Faust, like a meme picture, where she has her mouth agape and drooling. This looks like that. Good move. I was getting worried about what might happen if she started acting out again. You saw the twinkle in her eyes too, right? Don Quixote's always been energetic, but she's especially bouncy today. Eyes. There's so many sus things. God, her just saying eyes is so... oh my goodness. Faust strode towards Sasha with a question. I have one last thing to inquire. It'll be 30k per inquiry. That is quite an unsound decision to make for someone who claims to be in the same line of work as us. Have you considered the possibility that once our contract is successfully completed, we could include reference to a particularly cooperative associated office in our report to W Corp? Whoa, you serious? Well then, let me hear it. Were the eyes of the monsters you face red by any chance? Sasha paused her swing arms for a moment upon hearing that question, appearing to either be in thought or trying to recall something, then answered. I don't know. It was a pretty hectic battle in a narrow hallway, so I didn't have the wherewithal to get a good look at their eyes. Is that something important? Well, for one, my prosthetic eye is red. That passenger over there's got red eyes. Oh, you there. That lady with a big sword's also got red eyes. What? Is someone out there paying cash for info on red eyes or something? No, well, it was a question of no significance. Faust nodded lightly in her direction, then opened the door to the next car. Whistle. Oh, it's getting real fleshy. Okay. It was just as we had feared, the scene that people that looked like it came straight out of a painting of hell. God damn. I'm sorry, but like, Ryoshu's book is called Hell Screen, so the fact that they say painting of hell is just, come on. With Ryoshu there? Okay. Alright, let's go fight some people.
기차와 같이 달려나가겠어.
I'll take this chance to drink water as well.
오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지?
They do have red eyes,
볼륨 좀
by the
확인해
way.
볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
To self, allies with charge get load. Okay. And then... we can take this. These are very short waves. They're only one wave.
공격 범위 확인.
I stretched it before earlier. I think I'm still good.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
Oh damn, that was Faust's skill 3. Not enough. I'm okay.
제압 개체가 비틀거리는 게 보이네. 아, 이대로 영영 움직이지 못하게 만들어보자.
Oh wow, wait, we can actually do numbers now. Five to 9 consume 10 minus current health to raise charge count. Interesting.
내가 눈에 새겨주지. 공간을 뭉갠다.
날 뛰어보라고.
Bam.
우리가 우세를 점하고 있어.
Oh
하지만
wow,
여기서
they have like
방심하면
a,
안 돼.
they have like this
지휘팀이라면
smoke
완벽하고
around them. I'm
빈틈없이
guessing that's the
모든 걸
coagulated
끝마쳐야 하지
blood.
않겠어?
제압 완료.
Breathe.
승객 보건 중. 제압 완료. 승객 보건 중.
저기 있습니다.
씹는 맛이 있는데? 근육이 신나서 날뛰는 건 더 해치울 거 없어? 난 이제
I think we
시작인데.
need 500 for heat clip. Bam. I'm gonna use lunacy first, and then the rest of it can be boxes.
하라고? 나? 뭐 최선은 다해.
나만 믿고
No, we're still
답에
only-
집중해줘. 도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
It's a
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
these battles are very short because it's only one wave.
출력 최대치.
Why do I have 999 watt GTA?
공격은 좋았어.
I don't have a
이대로
problem.
계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
Don't look at my lunacy. I only have a little bit of
나만
lunacy.
믿고 다들 집중해줘. 도움이 될 수
Don't
있을
worry
거야.
about it.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Don't worry about it, GTA.
제압 개체가 비틀거리는 게 보이네.
Consume 5
이대로
charge.
영영 움직이지 못하게 만들어 보자.
5 to 9. Consume. Damn.
양참.
I can't believe this slander. You buy
제압
this
완료.
pass. If there was a way to transfer, that would be
와,
kind of cool.
성공했어. 보여? 개체가 더 이상 움직이지 않네. 이대로 남은 대상들도 전부 움직일 수 없게 만들어 보자.
At 4-6 game, blah blah blah. We could rip, I think.
양참.
So you can just start these first.
방금 했던 공격은 매우 효과적이었어. 하지만
Bro,
아직
next.
다음
You know I'm
공격은
getting
더
the battle pass
잘할 수
for Dawn. Come on, that's like not even a question. Oh hey, we got load or whatever this is called.
공간을 뭉갠다.
Ah, so close to killing. It's alright.
출력 최대치. 우리가 우세를
Oh, that's a lot
정하고
of
있어.
that's a
하지만
lot of
여기서 방심하면 안
DDR.
돼. 지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지
That's a lot of
않겠어?
purple and green.
양참.
Let's go, Dawn.
다음은 어디요?
개체들의 체력이 많이 깎여 나갔어. 괴로워하는 게
Huh.
느껴지지
So
않아?
Dante says they're like this
계속
sort of thing,
나아가자.
which is interesting. God, I'm so excited to run the Charge Kingdom Mirror Dungeon with Otis and Faust.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
우리가 우세를
Okay,
정하고
then,
있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면
die.
안 돼.
새겼지.
지휘팀이라면
Oh,
완벽하고
what?
빈틈없이
Faust has
모든 걸
4
끝마쳐야
charge
하지
but
않겠어?
0 potency. Interesting.
효율적으로. 잘 있습니다.
Woo, woo. Battling in a narrow hallway really takes a lot out of you. Too bad. Making big movement when there's not a lot of room to move around in takes more energy than you might think. Especially for people like us who use longer weapons. These enemies weren't much harder than the ones we'd fought earlier, but it was inevitable that their sheer number would eventually wear down the sinners. What are these things, Faust? Yeah, I've been wondering that too. Why are you so tight-lipped all of a sudden? Me? I'm doing fine. You know, excited for Limbus and all that. Oh god. I actually didn't wake up too badly today. I woke up at a good time, but I have been up for a minute. I don't know who's taller right now. I'm pretty sure Roger should be second tallest, but it might be because of the ponytail. I haven't been up all night. I did go to sleep last night. It just feels like I've been up for a while. Those entities are What do you think those entities are? Huh? Didn't I just ask you the same question? Oh no, are you giving us a chance to come up with our own answers first? Faust does. Oh, welcome in, Marcus. Honestly, yeah, that's pretty accurate for what we've seen of this intervallo. Of course, Faust did not confirm nor deny his question, but Sinclair was perfectly capable of interpreting her silence in his own fashion. There were some things I learned after fighting them, I think. Wikipedia crash. The Faust Discord. These monsters aren't mad at us, nor do they want to attack us because we're an obstacle. That's not why they're attacking us. Quite, 'tis apparent that they hunger for ore, charging at anyone and anything in a desperate quest of it. Right, that's strange though. I thought hunger or thirst wasn't a thing aboard these trains. It could be determined from the entity's attack patterns that their offensives were not based on rational thought. The source of this behavior can only be traced back to primal aggressiveness. Yes, and was there anything else? Anything else? Oh yeah, I think they all had red eyes? Their bodies wreathed in blankets of red. I smelled blood, so that's likely what they're made of. And it must be that the red was congealed, nay, crystallized blood. Crystallized is... I think that's a new term. It doesn't sound like blood fiend to me. Thank you all, for your input has all been very helpful. It was my turn to start whispering. What did you learn from that? We are in luck, Dante. I have read upon this subject as a tangent while perusing information regardless our next destination. Moments before we boarded train and while that will be a useful element in resolving this situation. I also don't know. The sinners have also been very good source of intelligence when it came to categorizing and identifying important evidence from the available sea of information. Your advice was correct, Dante. You mean you know what to do to blow this case wide open? Nothing can be said with absolute certainty at the moment. However, this will be a good place for us to start. Oh boy, look at this art. Oh Jesus. This is especially disturbing. These are more disturbing than that one, but don't worry about it. With that, Faust had turned around and faced the rest of the sinners. I will now present before you a solution to this predicament. Huh? Is there something else we got to do other than beating the crap out of whatever's in our way? That will not change, no. However, what I am about to share will give you a better understanding of the purpose behind W Corp's contract, and provide us with the possible means of finding the method by which they may complete it. Oh, that's just W Corp. This here is W Corp symbol. There's one arrow here and then a W, not arrow, like zigzagging. Yep, it's Lovetown. Actually, it might not be Lovetown. These, whatever this monster is, it has like a different theme. It's less fleshy and more bloody is the only way I can describe it. It is of high likelihood that the entity behind the incident on the train, and by extension, every incident of the same nature that has occurred in previous warp train trips, is a... Oh damn! Never mind, it's straight up blood fiends. Damn, okay. At least that's what Faust thinks it is. I don't remember blood fiends having crystallized blood, but yeah, it's very bloody, obviously. Okay, we're halfway through.
모델 45-3 충전. 전투 준비 완료.
Wait, a blood fiend? What's a blood fiend? A blood fiend? What in the name of the wings is that? Huh? You whole people haven't heard about blood fiends. Thought you were our team expert on obscure lore. Verily, I have not once heard mention of these blood fiends. Perchance I have let a magazine article slip from my memory. The bloodsuckers in trains. Don Quixote furrowed her brows, genuinely lost. It was as though the very words sounded alien to her. I thought they were just monsters in stories to scare children in the night. They're supposed to be afraid of garlic and sunlight, right? Oh, that sounds a bit different from what I've heard. I've heard their fear of garlic and sunlight is just a rumor, and what they're really afraid of is water. I have been briefed on the existence of blood fiends in the past, when I served as a commanding officer, and I have seen the dregs that they command. Though my memory isn't very clear, I am quite certain that these monsters here do not resemble from what I've seen. Yeah, okay, so Otis is saying this doesn't seem very blood fiendish. I've seen one who called themselves a blood fiend among the fingers, but the things that blood fiend commanded weren't like these rubber textured ones. There's something off about this one. That one didn't spawn these dregs with abandon like this. But aren't you supposed to know this already? Yes, I see that some sinners may have encountered blood fiends in the past. A long-winded explanation seems unnecessary. Thank you very much, Hay. As many of you have stated thus far, the entities we faced in this train do not appear to be blood fiends. In a sense, they are dreg-like beings that have failed to become kindreds. They are referred to as blood bags among relevant parties, according to the information that I am aware of. Not a terrible name. Why would anyone name someone blood bags? As it has been said prior, it is impossible for passengers to disappear aboard warp trains under normal circumstances. Though our reserve of intelligence regarding the warp trains or W Corp is vast, if incomplete, we could not find a possible exception to the above rule. Within that reserve of intelligence, however, I have discovered that inserting a previously unseen variable into the equation allows for a formulation of a new hypothesis. Wait, you're saying that these blood fiends can completely erase people or passengers from existence? That's what I'm getting right now. That's what we're getting, Marcus. A more accurate descriptor would be to say that they were either dissolved or vaporized. Dissolve? No matter the degree of violence the passengers may indulge in, no matter how severe the damages may be, the warp trains can revert them to their initial states at the beginning of the journey. Among several interpretations of the word violence involves cannibalization, of course. However, as the passengers' collective time itself is in a moratorium for the duration of the train's operation, digestion is not a biological process that should be active. In other words, even the devoured passengers could be reconstructed. If they are merely stuffed into the digestive tract, then I suppose you could gut the passengers to retrieve the chewed up chunks of other passengers and piece them back together via the vein-like thing connecting each individual. Yo, welcome back! Yeah, I'm reading. It takes a long time to read. We're like halfway. However, such is not true for blood bags. Blood bags are, by their nature, obsessed with blood. Their existence hinges on supplying themselves to the blood of their victims, and it is said that they must consume a minuscule amount of blood to maintain their forms. Wait, what? Did you just say that digestion is not a thing while we're on this train? If I were to continue my deductions, perhaps consumption of blood for blood fiends and blood bags is a fundamentally different process from our consumptions of nutrients for energy. To them, blood is an accumulation, an entailment of something that forms the self, including but not limited to emotions, ambitions, wealth, purposes of life. Then it must naturally follow that they can spend their blood at will, which is a process that is isolated from other biological processes such as digestion. Huh. I'm very much not mute. What? I ain't even following half of that. You exist in moratoria of time at the present moment, Heathcliff. Yet your emotions still persist, do they not? Anger, sorrow, and joy, they continue to spark within you. I suppose they are. Though we cannot tell whether they may be in a state of alteration, or whether they remain ensnared in a wheel of creation and destruction, it can be said that emotions once past exist not in continuation. The passenger's will to persist, the worth of this very existence in which they thrive, do they not all gently atrophy into non-existence even amidst the ceased time? Miss Faust seeks to illustrate the similarity between how emotions are to ourselves and how blood is to blood fiends. Drink the water. I just die a little bit, it's fine. Faust didn't get kicked out, she just lost connection. The internet turned off. Gotcha. So that's why she said blood is vaporized, huh? If that's the case, then the very blood that's supposed to bind these chunks of flesh together will also evaporate, which means that they can't be pieced back together? There's no incongruence in that logic. Everyone fell silent for a moment. That was way too much information to process at once. We didn't even know what to make of them either. I would last like to ask a few questions if you would permit me. Yi-sang was the first to break the silence. Could it be said that the blood fiends are direct creations of blood fiends? Oh, blood bags. If such is the case, then by which method do they? You have to warp train mode, airplane mode. That information is inaccessible at the moment. Faust replies, avoiding Yi-sang's gaze. There isn't anything I can do about this. The sinners will only get more distressed if they find out. And that's something Faust and I both want to avoid. Inaccessible. Ah, indeed. Now I recall what you have said in the past. This is only a speculation, however. I assume that a form of direct physical contact is needed to turn an individual to a blood bag. If such were not the case, then we, who are likely the greatest obstacles to this entity's goal at the moment, would have been the first to be turned. Indeed. In that case, that villain of a blood fiend must be hiding out somewhere aboard this train. Indeed. If we are to believe the words of the fixer from earlier, then there is a high likelihood that the horde is advancing in the direction from the back of the train. In other words, counting down the train cars would lead us straight to the blood fiend. Very well, I shan't forsake this opportunity to bring peace to the souls of the innocent passengers who have perished by the villain's hands. Dante. It seemed that Don Quixote was now invigorated. The other sinners also seemed satisfied now that we had a clearer sight of our goal. Faust, who stood amidst them, nodded in my direction. Well then, let's go. We're making the best of what's available to us at the moment. Let's move forward for now.
오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지?
Oh, wow,
잠시만,
that's a lot.
볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게.
Ah,
대답
good.
소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
공격 범위 확인.
나만 믿고 다들 집중해줘. 도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
That's not gonna break. Sad.
공간을 뭉갠다.
방금 공격은 좋았어.
날 뛰어버려.
Wild. Oh boy. It's gonna be wild when it comes out.
와, 성공했어. 보여? 개체가 더 이상 움직이지 않네. 이대로 남은 대상들도 전부 움직일 수 없게 만들어보자.
계획을
Oh,
잊으셨나요?
okay. Blue is a skill free. Okay, gotcha. It's only one wave, so we should be able to clear this easy. Ooh. Oh, that guy killed a lot. Okay. Yeah, get him, Faust. Get him.
출력 최대치.
Oh, 5 hit points.
효율적. 우리가 우세를 점하고 있어.
공격 범위 확인.
하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼. 지휘팀이 방금 했던 공격은 매우 효과적이었어. 하지만 아직 부족해. 다음 공격은 더 잘할 수 있도록.
On Heathcliff and not on Faust?
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
Why is the testing status? I'm guessing you're talking about the other identity. I'm not sure as I don't have them yet.
출력 최대치. 우리가 우세를 점하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면
I
안
don't
돼.
see any sim.
지휘팀이라면
do you mean the
완벽한
charge or
리듬 없이
whatever?
이제 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
Maybe you're talking about this one. Load?
계획을 잊으셨나요?
You might be talking about that one.
충전 기능 점검. 단숨에 점령.
I'm talking Heathcliff for the event. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't have him yet. And even if I did have him, I'd probably only have that Heathcliff on support if I'm going to be honest.
개체들의 체력이 많이 깎여 나갔어. 괴로워하는 게 느껴지지 않아? 이 기세로 계속 나아가보자.
제압 완료. 승객 보관 중.
어디요? 아까의 공격으로
Oh,
인해서
whoa, that's
대상에게
a...
많은 피해를
Wait a minute,
입혔어.
that's a cleanup
적들이
agent.
충분히 나약해졌다는 거지. 끝을 내도 될 것 같아.
Oh. Wait, that's new. I don't remember this.
다른 일이
Do we?
있는가?
Trait keyword. Lamau. Yeah, get him, Faust. God, the gauntlets are so cool.
제압 완료. 승객 보관 중.
Yeah, the cleanup crew wasn't strong enough to beat the blood bags, I guess.
계획보다 더 일찍
we're getting there.
임무를 완수했네요. 저
목적지까지 가기 위하여
Actually, I should have checked if I had 500. It doesn't matter.
나만 믿고 다들
This is
집중해줘.
Honglu. That's
도움이 될 수 있을
an
거야.
assault with the axe. Dodge. We can try.
충전 기능 점검. 단숨에 점령.
Oh dear.
개체의 상태가 좋지 않아 보여. 이
Maybe.
틈을 파고들어서 완벽하게
Honestly,
제압시켜보자.
it might be.
깡총.
Wait, this train is at the station already, but unfortunately it has to be quarantined. Honestly, that might be the case. It might be like the lost train car. They already knew it was
방금
infected,
공격은
or maybe
좋았어.
you know,
이대로만 계속해서
because they did
공격을
give Limbus Company a contract. Right, so they knew that this car was bad. They knew beforehand that is.
제압 개체가 비틀거리는 게 보이네.
bad.
이대로 영영
Oh, it's
움직이지
only
못하게
one
만들어보자.
way. Okay. Probably shouldn't do this on her though.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어. 방금 했던 공격은 매우 효과적이었어.
Oh god, Otis, no!
다음 공격은 더 잘할 수 있도록.
Oh god, rip.
와, 성공했어. 보여? 개체가 더 이상 움직이지 않네.
She
이대로
doesn't have
남은
enough
대상들도
charge.
전부 움직일 수 없게 만들어보자. 내 앞을
There we
막을
go.
자는 없어.
Limbus Company's in an interesting place. apparently we're big enough to get these deals, right? But we're right, there are powerful people backing up Limbus company, or at least, you know, powerful enough, I guess.
우리가 우세를 정하고 있어.
But some,
하지만
but
여기서
Limbus
방심하면
company is
안 돼.
also kind of treated as like a small
완벽하고
firm.
빈틈없이
Weird.
모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어? 지금이 기회인 것 같소.
승객 무력 확인. 공간을 뭉갠다.
Urban nightmare level right now. I need to come. It's hard to remember it. I need to like search it up to just make sure.
우리가 우세를 정하고 있어. 하지만 여기서
Yeah, it's
방심하면 안
like
돼.
we haven't had like 2 or 3 waves. It's
완벽하고
just been one
빈틈없이
wave.
모든 걸
Dawn
끝마쳐야 하지
has
않겠어?
more than enough charge. 13 charge is enough.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
Oh no, foul.
개체들의 체력이 많이 깎여 나갔어. 괴로워하는 게 느껴지지 않아? 이 기세로 계속 나아가 보자.
I don't think it's endless. We're just going through wave after wave until we reach the end of the train cars. It's just like there's just a ton of them though.
날 뛰어보라고.
쉬시게.
The Wild Hunt was truly an endless, you know, it was an endless army. Manager, Squire, halt! Behold this poor fellow, he lives still. Don Quixote, her round eyes wide open, began sprinting somewhere else. Sprinting somewhere. No, okay, wait. No, stay away from me, you monsters. Hey man, we're not those monsters, you alright? Huh? That, you're starting to mutate too, aren't you? You must be turning to some blood-like monster. What? No, this is... Gregor stumbled for words before chuckling and casting his gaze towards the floor in disbelief. Yeah, well, no surprise there, I guess. There's no way to tell right away whether this mom's a monster, aesthetic, or whatnot. It is possible that you are mistaken due to his bioprosthetic being of an old, outdated make that is now rarely seen in the city. Prosthetic. That's a relief. I thought those crazy bastards were trying to break in again. As you can see, my legs are messed up. I had no choice but to hide in here. So, what are... Okay, wait, no, Otis. So what are the W Corp employees doing aboard this train? Huh? You're right from what we've... You are right from what we found out about the warp transfer, the identities. I can't imagine why any of them would ever willingly board this train. You are the contract fixers, right? We were ordered to assist you with your contract. I said we, but I'm the only one left. Every single one of my colleagues suddenly began losing their minds in that car over there, and... This cannot be! Faust, is there truly no way to cure the blood bags? My apologies. The access to that information is prohibited at this moment as well. Though her voice and expression were both as serene as always, there was something gloomy about the way she said it. I may have been too reliant on Faust in too many places. Faust muttered in a barely audible volume. I don't know what I can do to offer to help the sinners in a situation like this either. I'd also grown too used to Faust's omnipresent omniscience because I could always trust her to be there for us. I was starting to realize that we don't have the means to consider and make my own decisions at moments like these. Speaking of blue arrows, is Minnesota Blue Man 2 on Minnesota has a W Corp identity, if that's what you mean. Bro, Astral, it's only you and Hey Vale. I don't need to send a thing there. It's fine. No, maybe I was too reliant on everyone else. When the time comes for them to rely on me, when they can no longer function as they usually do for whatever reason, can I really manage them well? Lead them to the right answers? I should do... Okay. I'll make sure to do it in the future. Doubt. Doubt, colored with fear, begins to rise like a dark plume of smoke. Well, what can I do, right? The agent struggled to some corner of the room with his wounded leg and pulled on a lever. He made good use of this space, and the wall behind what had initially appeared to be a folding chair for employees spun open. Ooh, what in the name of wings is this? Perchance Tao has hidden here a weapon most powerful, a weapon most feared by the blood fiends? That holds some resemblance to a capsule we saw in the first-class car. But why would that thing be here? The cleanup agent slumped into the pod that appeared in the wall. Phew, finally. What is the Tao seeketh to do? W Corp prepared a small hibernation pod for employees in case of these emergencies. Verily, then, huh? Good luck with the rest of the mission. With that, he settled into the capsule and shut the hatch behind him. When the door covering the pod closed, only the folding chair and a wall covered with viscera remained. Yeah, basically, you know, waiting for next Limbus stuff. I think we're gonna get Walpurgis first. He's gone. There he goes. He has departed the scene. We blankly stared at the wall the agent disappeared into. Well then, I guess we gotta go. Let's move on to the next car. Keep on keeping on. Also, the Zway North stuff book. Zway North, that was the live stream. He also, Kim Ji-hoon also showed the Ujat Association.
싱싱한 풀이 보이네.
I don't think that was like a I could be wrong, but I think he was just showing the association. Oh, this is just 50-50. I'm so glad this rip space doesn't cost any health. Oh, that's not good.
나만 믿고 다들 집중해줘. 도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
Oh, that's not good.
깡총.
개체의 상태가 좋지 않아 보여. 이 틈을 파고들어서 완벽하게 제압시켜보자.
You can go blue. Purple. Let's go purple. On the game.
깡총.
When things are not good, just defend. Or ego. You know, ego also works. If you can, ego, that is.
방금 했던 공격은 매우 효과적이었어. 하지만 아직 부족해. 다음 공격은 더 잘할 수 있도록. 기회인 것 같소.
Yeah, kill him, foul. I don't,
방금 공격은 좋았어.
They don't have any
이대로만
sanity?
계속해보면 좋을
Yeah.
텐데.
I think it's cool looking.
우리가 우세를 점하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면
I haven't taken like a good look at her kit. I don't know, maybe her, gameplay wise, yeah, I haven't taken a good look at her kit, so I'm not completely sure about that. Also, if we're talking about this Faust, mine is uptype 3, so I don't know what uptype 4 is like. Ryoshu, nope.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
But that's all the W Corp ID. Yeah, that's fair enough.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
쉬시게.
I'm really interested if they have any new W Corp fusion gifts in the Mirror Dungeon. That's something I'm interested about. God, I don't understand the mechanics of it yet. I've just thrown Faust into here, but it seems interesting about the way they gain
날
charge
뛰어보라고.
because they changed
씹는
the.
맛이 있는데?
I don't know how to describe it. They changed
그게
the
보여? 개체가 더 이상 움직이지 않네.
resource. They changed the
이대로 남은
potency and
대상들도
count
전부
of
움직일 수
charge.
없게 만들어보자.
Yeah, Ryoshu, kill him. It's fine.
내가 눈에 새겨줄.
There's no distortion? There's no story dungeon. That's not a spoiler, because, Kim Ji-hoon said that already. There's no story dungeon. So it's like, I can't imagine in the mirror dungeon there would be a floor for this new Cavallo.
괴로워하는 게 느껴지지 않아? 이렇게 계속 나아가보자.
Spend charge and gain charge, alternating in between both.
아까의
we're
공격으로
gonna
인해서
beat them
대상에게
this
많은
time.
피해를 입혔어.
Let's do a little bit of
적들이
reading.
충분히
Consume
나약해졌다는
5
거지.
charge to gain coin pass power 1. This is up by 3, just letting you know. And up 5-9, consume 2, gain percent health to raise charge. Hash percent health? Consume health to raise charge. Oh, this consumes health, okay. To gain a free plus and consume more charge on self. Deal more damage, consume more damage. Add force, gain coin power plus 2 on hit, gain charge. Plus 4. Plus charge plus 4. Interesting. Count. At free charge, deal 4. That's interesting. So her skill 2 is like rip space. Well, it's not rip space, but it consumes health. Like a not rip space, DDER from Ryoshu. That's what I was thinking of. Upside 4, skill 3 is plus 5 charge. Oh no, you sang! Anyway.
다음은 어디요?
Nuclear charge
더
bomb.
일찍 의뢰로 완수했네요.
I think. Oh yeah, we have enough to buy here.
여러분의
Boom.
노력도
이야, 시간 한 번 더럽게
Today's
잘
slow
가네.
as shite. 20 tickets. Well, we can't use Heathcliff anymore. Boop.
오, 외부 일이냐?
정리를 시작하겠소.
Thank you very much, hey Bale. Spend all charge to basically just the blow. Yeah, that's all charge identities, or
나만 믿고 다들
most
집중해줘.
charge identities.
도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
We're not. we're not gonna do that. That's very much a bad idea. But skill 2 and also consumes HP. Yeah, so Faust's skill 2 is like the skill 3 of other charge identities, which is
잠시만,
really
볼륨
weird.
좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
Oh dear. We can't ego. 40. She's gonna try to clash.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
2 rip spaces in her kit. Bam.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
Nice.
우세를 점하고 있어. 하지만
Oh,
여기서
it's still only
방심하면
one
안 돼.
wave.
지휘팀이라면 완벽하고
okay.
빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
It's dominating, sure, why not? We can lose a little bit of health.
충전 기능 점검. 단숨에 정리. 헛!
방금 했던 공격은 매우 효과적이었어. 하지만
제압 완료.
아직 부족해.
승객
다음
보관 준비.
공격은 더 잘할
제압
수
완료.
있도록.
승객 보관 준비.
와, 성공했어.
Oh, whoa, wait a
보여?
minute. Oh,
개체가
there's
더
like
이상
more.
움직이지 않네.
Whoa,
이대로
okay, I
남은
did not
대상들도
expect
전부
that.
움직일
So
수
it's a
없게
one
만들어보자.
wave, but they have like extra enemies spawn. Okay, I understand now. To self allies with charge. We can do this one. Minus 25 plus 33. That one will just krill them, so we're doing that one. Dominating. This is all dominating. At 5 to 9, consume, boom. Consume 5 plus. I'm not sure about this skill because you're just gonna lose charge. Consume 5, you only gain free charge back.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
The video game volume. Okay, I got you. Let me put it to minus 18. Yeah, okay, we'll keep it there. Honestly, auto mod, you're based for that. Yeah, Astro, you got a little too close to the sun, and auto mod yoinked you.
이대로 남은 대상들도 전부 움직일 수 없게 만들어 보자.
Oh, Heathcliff. Yeah, everyone's got a good amount of charge. Boom, boom. I don't want it to add it to the block. Oh, I don't. Oh, okay. Whatever, auto mod, sure. Yeah, I denied it. Lamau. You flew too close to the sun, Astral. And auto mod joined you. Yeah, rip his space, Otis.
제압 완료. 승객 보관 준비.
God damn, you say? Okay.
우리가 우세를 점하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼. 지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈.
I wonder how many enemies we actually killed. I don't think it was 12. I'm gonna go check. He's dead now.
제압 완료. 승객 보관 준비.
Oh my goodness.
개체들의 체력이 많이 깎여 나갔어. 괴로워하는 게 느껴지지 않아? 이 기세로 계속 나아가 보자. 계획보다 더
Oh, we're getting there.
의외로만 샜네요.
Only 4 more levels left.
능력 덕분이죠.
하라고? 나? 뭐 최선은
오늘도 즐거운
Damn.
하루의 시작이네.
Oh
그렇지?
boy. Neutral
볼륨
favor.
좀 확인해볼게.
I really
대답
hope
소리가
she
잘
wins.
들리지 않아서.
If Ishmael doesn't win, we lose 15
충전 기능
sanity or
점검.
something.
단숨에 정리. 공간을
Yes, they are getting stronger. Oh boy. Oh no, come on. There we go.
출력 최대치. 방금 공격은 좋았어.
Oh.
계속해보면
At least
좋은데.
Ishmael won, even though Dom lost.
개체의 상태가 좋지 않아 보여. 이 틈을 파고들어서
David.
완벽하게 제압시켜보자.
But this is consumed 5 to 9. She's at free sanity. Oh, that's a neutral. Yikes. Okay. Okay, Faust is putting in work.
와, 성공했어.
Dominating
보여?
blue,
개체가 더
purple.
이상 움직이지 않네. 이대로 남은 대상들도
nope.
전부 움직일 수 없게
Oh, that's
만들어보자.
200%. That is a yikes. 51, 65. Boom, boom, boom.
공격 범위 확인.
No. I don't think so, Astro. I'm pretty sure God, this is crazy to talk on stream. But you should still have access to him.
우리가 우세를 정하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼.
Orange, purple.
지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이
Oh,
모든
come
걸
on.
끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어? 내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
시시게.
Oh, Otis got hit. Pain.
제압 완료. 승객 보관 중.
Grab the enemy by the
와,
feet.
성공했어.
Okay,
보여?
Dawn.
개체가 더 이상 움직이지
Oh,
않네.
but you don't do
이대로
that
남은
much
대상들도
damage
전부
though,
움직일 수
Dawn.
없게 만들어보자.
Sad. That's dominating, but you don't do the damage. Is it blunt? They're blunt. Sure, go for it. This. Bam, bam. Let's go.
충전 기능 점검. 단숨에 정리하도록.
Oh God. I thought you favorited the link, Astro. Yeah, I'll send you the link off the stream. God damn it.
출력 최대치.
You can save. Oh no, when I meant favorite, it's just like have a bookmark or something. What on whatever website browser you
공격은 매우
use.
효과적이었어. 하지만 아직 부족해. 다음 공격은 더 잘할
I
수 있도록.
deleted the link on the Discord to him, but I'll just send you the link later off the stream.
우리가 우세를 정하고 있어. 하지만
Damn,
여기서
that'll
방심하면
kill
안
it.
돼. 지휘팀이라면
that was
완벽하고
stagger.
빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지 않겠어?
Favorite dominating. Blue.
내가 눈에 새겨주지. 제압 완료. 승객 보관 준비.
Nice. Come on, Stagger.
공간을 뭉개.
Oh, that's not a lot of. Oh wait, Stagger. Let's go. Oh dear. Ow. How is she not staggered? Okay.
다음은 어디요?
No. Maybe.
우리가 우세를
I don't
정하고
know.
있어. 하지만 여기서
Kill them.
방심하면
Kill them
자는
all.
없어. 지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 하지.
시시게.
제압 완료. 승객 보관 준비.
Yay! Lunacy. I don't know what's going on. Something caught my attention from the corner of my eye after another round of brutal combat. Oh! This... Huh? What's this now? This is a Library of Ruina thing. We were on the final car adjacent to the freight car when we discovered that odd box with the T-Corp logo on it. I did not think we were gonna touch this in this intervallo. Ah, 'tis the emblem of T-Corp. It appears that it was broken in the fierceness of our battle. Oh no, Yisak. It appears it was broken in the fierceness of our battle. Didn't that chief executive guy be Hubert, right? Didn't he offhandedly mention something about partnering with other wings? I guess they were in cahoots with W Corp too. Such collaborations are not limited to T Corp. It is off the court case that a wing may work with another. It is only on rare occasions that they are urgently request the assistance of less significant, lesser-known corporations, such as our own Limbus company. Their choice appears to be quite irregular. Sounds like W Corp's heydays are long behind them. Just like this war that's falling apart, revealing what's behind. Oh, speaking of falling behind, I mean apart. This room sure got messed up, huh? It was difficult for me to ignore how Roger hurriedly swerved to a different subject as though she made a mistake. Even the tone of her voice shifted like she was catching herself. The various destroyed prosthetic parts were covered in human remains, indicate that this train car was boarded by several prosthetic equipped fixers. I can't think about that right now. Let's deal with the task at hand first. Maybe these people are from the same office as that guy we met at the platform. Remember? He said he was warped over to T-Corp on an expedition. Look, it's almost like they're all wearing standardized sets of prosthetics. Same make, same model, everything. Dying, okay. I'm drinking the water. Please believe me. I'm gonna drown. I believe I have read articles stating that certain offices do exclusively hire fixers with prosthetics. Wait, We were walking through the bloodied train car when we suddenly heard Sinclair's voice crack as though he saw something awful. Why, he is the one we encountered at the platform! This is the fixer who suddenly started venting at us. How is your... Astral, what are you... what... No, I'm not talking about it. God damn it. Yeah, and he said something about going to T-Corp on an expedition and failing. They brought a whole train car full of fixers for this contract. I guess calling it an expedition was no exaggeration. There are Don Quixote. There are a dozen broken arms strewn about. They must have fought valiantly by replacing their broken arms with backup arms perchance. A strategy indeed. Makes sense. That would explain all these broken prosthetic arms and legs in this car. Executive Manager, this is likely an aftermath of a battle between the fixers and the blood bags. There were many similar cases during the war. Those using prosthetics would simply let their bodies be destroyed in battle because they considered them to be disposable as long as there was cash remaining in their wallets. Of course, the blatant lack of self-preservation often led them to early graves. Maybe that's true. I see there are more than a single possible interpretation of the same scene. I will remember both your inputs. That's a good attitude. Employees with attitude like yours often make it to the end of the war. Yes, well, good for them. Faust answers Otis in an uncharacteristically snappy manner. Signs of fatigue were creeping into her pensive expression. You alright, Faust? It was rare to see any actual expression from her. I was starting to get worried. I am physically unharmed, yet. Yes, I am alright. However, I do not enjoy this circumstance we find ourselves in. It is as though I am casting nets to nowhere while lost and isolated in a blind sea. I shouldn't make a bit. I could usually complete these deductions within moments after establishing a few basic cross-references between the accessible information. I'm not gonna respond. I can't say anything. Her voice was such a whisper for the second part of her sentence. that even I could barely hear that what she was saying. Ah, I know what you mean. Feeling like you're completely lost, obsessively casting net after net over the black, rippleless lake, in desperate hopes that one of them might pull in something we could eat. No way to tell where we are. No way to tell if there's anything to eat under that glassy water surface, grasping at straws, you know? This sense I find mired in is not unlike your own. It is like lying on my back over an unseen grave, for the reflection of radiance upon my eyes and the sanguine scent hanging from the tips of my olfactory tells me not of the forging path. God damn it, okay. It seemed that the first part of the sentence was well heard by Ishmael and Yisang. However, they walked up to her and shared a few words of consolation. By the way, I don't ever recall you talking like that, Faust. I don't know what it is, but you feel different from your usual self somehow. That is... Oh, I mean, I don't hate it. I'm actually glad to learn that you had a softer side. This unseen side of yours, it is unfamiliar, yet quite fresh. Is that so? Faust's reply was curt. She closed her eyes. As per the information provided by the pamphlet at the platform, it is likely that this train is composed of 12 passengers cars and 1 freight car. Because we are on the 11th car at the moment, that leaves a single car between us and the freight car in which Mephistopheles is secured. Which means that there is a high likelihood that we will soon encounter the blood fiend responsible for the creation of the blood bags aboard this train. Just beyond that door, well, how strong could it be if its fodders are this weak? There were so many of them, but we could practically smash through their entire horde. A different, more accurate interpretation would be to say that a being capable of commanding a force as large as the blood bags we have defeated should be considered a high-risk entity. Although this is not common knowledge, there is a subcategory of fixers called blood fiend hunters who specialize in, yes, hunting blood fiends. Assuming that information is true, it can be inferred that blood fiends are difficult foes that require certain expertise to defeat. Now that I'm thinking about it, if blood bags are like the mindless thralls to blood fiends, then they're kind of like their private army, right? A being of power who can create a force of their own without concern for lowered morale or desertion. Wartime or not, they will make formidable foes. The sinners exchange various opinions with one another. Possible... oh, fluffy... I'll get the ears and tail and all that. Possible strategies, estimations of the blood fiend's strength. And all of a sudden, why on this indecisiveness, idleness, our quest is to defeat the villain who have wrought such pain and misery upon this train, is it not? It may be vaporizing the lifeblood of the innocent as we speak. Mighty or feeble, I care not. I swear upon mine honor that I shall smite this foe and let my hand of justice be the judge of their fate. Let us hasten now. I'm dying. Yes, I am drinking water. Oh, I think this is a new expression for Dawn. I don't think we've seen this before. Look at that. Look at that face. Don Quixote's sudden put a stop to... I don't know. Oh, Don's Canto is next. So this... God, I thought it was just a funny outburst, but honestly... Oh, that's... because Don Canto's next. This makes me think... She's not wrong. Besides, we have to deal with the blood fiend to complete our contract. With that, I open the door leading to the final car of this train. Wait a minute. Although this is not common knowledge, there's a subcategory of fixers called blood fiend hunters. And you're telling me that Dawn doesn't know this? Dawn, who is literally whole thing is knowing fixes? She doesn't know what a blood fiend is? Yeah, no, that is sus. That is suspicious as hell. That is so suspicious. Like, there's just no way.
계획보다 더 일찍 의뢰를 완수했네요. 저와 파우스트의 뛰어난 능력 덕분이지만
Clear within 15 turns. Oh, and it's a module.
돈 벌러 가자.
This room. What is that look on thy... Oh wait, this is a new character. What is it with that look on thy faces? Thou standest in the audience of the prince, where are thy obsequious smiles? He must be the cause of this outbreak, the blood fiend we must defeat. Fall to thy knees and grovel before royalty. Who the hell are you to make those demands? I shall impart this upon thee only once, so listen well. You may call me Cassetti, Sixth Kindred, a kindred of the 6th generation, the rightful prince in refuge from his family. Art thou the villain who have brought such destruction and massacre upon this vessel? Thou art a chatty one, so rudely before your prince, yet I am feeling generous, for I am quite sated at the moment. As thou must have seen on thy journey here, this place is a hall of banquet for a feast most majestic. No matter how many blood bags I crave, no matter how much I devour them, the humans just won't stop coming. I only enjoy what was cast into my maw. He dons a mask for the purpose of merrymaking. If we're really going to exchange peasantries, why don't you take that mask off? Do you not even know the basic etiquette? Oh, this mask. Okay, so I'm guessing... No, there's no way. This wasn't the guy on the poster, is it? The eyes are kind of like, you know, really sharp, but the clothes feel very different. Won't come off. Can't take it off. Shouldn't take it off. There's no prince without the mask. Wait, so he can't take the mask off? That's weird. We're so so ugly behind the mask. So we all decided how repulsive we become. But once I've drunk your blood, then I'll go back to how it once. Only then can I unmask myself. Who stitched that mask to your face skin? Not a half bad job. Of course it's excellent. Cause this mask was crafted by none other than the great, the eminent, the barber himself, whose name I dare not even speak. But yet it hurts so much. No, I'm smiling. Look how hard I'm smiling. Yes, I am the prince. That's why. He's a bloody loon, innit? Alright, done with the giggles then. Get ready for the beating of your life. I enjoy things like you and your friends. Don't cry, falling and bowing and sniveling on the ground for your lives. Lunge at me instead. The aggression, the boiling blood. Oh, how I love the fire. What are you, daft? Look around, there are 13 of us, only one of you. Do not let your guard down, Heathcliff. This entity has managed to turn countless passengers of this train into his blood bags. I ain't letting my guard down, but we blasted through so many blood bags we couldn't even keep count, didn't we? Couldn't even keep count. Oh no. But the count is so important. I have to keep count of our visitors, oh yes. Of course, I do remember to keep count of our dearest visitors. Yes, sir, I do. You have no idea how powerful I am, and I shall not relinquish my throne to thee from this budding kingdom. All I have to do here is sit here and do nothing. Present themselves. There's no paradise like this. You have no idea what I did to create this place. Oh, how elated my forebear kindreds would be should they be here to witness what I have created. This cornucopia of abundance, this pleasure, this freedom. But this kingdom is mine. I made it, and I'm not giving it away. This is rather curious. It appears that this blood fiend leaves this car only on rare occasions. Yet we have seen signs of his insidious influence throughout every car we have visited so far. Then what he meant by how the blood bags present themselves has to be... Oh boy, here we go. Hold on a minute. A figure suddenly and frantically charged into his car. It was Sasha, the fixer we ran to in one of the earlier cars. Cassetti shrinks into his throne at the sudden burst, terror apparent in his face. Ah, it is thee. By thee hast thou truly journeyed here to assist us in our quest. Lo, that villain is the blood fiend responsible for the tragedies that have transpired aboard this train. Help us slay that cur and eventually lead the passengers thou hast protected thus far out of this train. Blood fiends. What if there was one more than a single blood fiend on board? One still capable of rational thought. Damn, you actually made it all the way back here. I guess the wings don't give out contracts to just anyone. I thought to my damnedest too, though I was the last one standing. What's she talking about? In the end, I stood alone with nothing but a single one of these forearms left. Kinda funny how the perspective on life can just completely flip when you're really, really in the shit. I think my last thoughts were, man, I don't want to die. So I fell on my knees and pleaded. I told him that, Don Quixote, watch out. I'd do anything to live. Blood rapidly crystallized around Sasha like a suit of armor as she swung her greatsword at the sinners, striking them even before Faust finished her sentence. What? What did I say? I commanded you to give me a warning before jumping in like that. Don't you know how loud your stupid arms are? I thought the family had come for me. I'm sorry, Lord Cassetti. Allow me to introduce my kindred to thee. Thee, the first of many since my escape, for the kingdom I intend to build. My kindred, my loyal squire, who shall be at my side as I build a dynasty of my own. My family. Lord Cassetti, I had intended to select the more powerful of the bunch to send to this car, as you have commanded me. But the humans in my car were a weakling, so I present for you this group from the first-class car. Kindred. Are you even aware of the exact nature of a kindred? Nah, but I can tell you this. When I accepted my lord's blood into my veins, it was as though I was reborn. I see. A kindred to a blood fiend is like a sub-entity, similar to sub-entities created by distortions or abnormalities. It must have been desperation that drove you to accept that proposal without hesitation. Despite the lack of relevant information. I'm definitely not... Fine, okay. We're almost at the end, so I can rest up after. Maybe. That's probably what was going through my head before I became a kindred. Thou hast been in cohorts with this villain all this time, as his underling. Even... then, when we first laid eyes upon thee, lady, you have no idea how much I freaked out when one of you asked me something about red eyes. It would have mattered if you did suspect me though, since my red eye is just a prosthetic. Then the passengers who are under thy protection? Haven't I told you that the count matters? The longer the line, the better. Dozens of bloodbags began shambling into the room from behind Sasha, a smaller one. Yeah, that kid is dead. My mind immediately snapped to the child who grabbed Don Quixote's coattails. I knew that the passengers were dead the moment we realized Sasha was a blood fiend, but this... I really, really hoped I wouldn't have to face this reality. Not like this. There was a child. Yep, little runt wanted to be a fixer if she got to grow up. Good thing she won't, though. I can tell you on good authority that living as a blood bag is way better than the drudgery that is the life of a fixer. Believe me, I'd know. Hold thy vile tongue. Dream of becoming a famous, respected fixer and an actor of justice. It's all just a stupid pipe dream that always ends up in crushing disappointment. Or really, really holy grave. Silence! Silence! Don Quixote did not give Sasha time to finish her sentence. She was already charging full speed at her with a lance drawn. I'm getting the water.
오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네.
boy.
그렇지?
Okay.
잠시만. 볼륨 좀 확인해
Oh,
볼게.
this is
대답
full.
소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
Okay, we have like a lot of counters actually. Favored, boom. Favored. Oh, we're about to reach the end, or at least I think this is around the end. Yeah, that child is over. Not too much. I can do it off the stream. Come
이대로
on.
남은 대상들도 전부 움직일 수 없게 만들어 보자.
Struggling. Oh, 100%. Okay. Dominating. Favored. Struggling. Neutral. Neutral. Struggling. Favored.
공격권 확인.
It has to be now. Okay, I'll do a little stretch. Just a little get up from my seat.
지금이 기회인 것 같소. 공간을 뭉갠다.
Let's go, stagger. Oh damn, okay. Otis just kill him? That also works?
이대로만 계속해 보면 좋을 텐데.
It's been 2 hours and nearly done.
와,
Oh yeah, they.
뭐야?
Oh,
빛이 더 이상
what is
움직이지 않네.
this?
이대로 남은
That's not
대상들도 전부
coagulating
움직일 수
blood.
없게 만들어 보자.
Oh, why does it look so cool though? Okay. Ishmael. Why does it do so little damage? Unopposed? Pain. Oh, the boots. Oh, you talking about these boots?
끼어들지 마. 한참 좋을 테다.
Dominating. Boom.
공격 범위 확인.
Oh, I'm not getting as much damage as I would like. God damn, it's still wave 1.
더 이상
Oh.
움직이지 않네.
Oh, it's
이대로
Sasha.
남은 대상들도
Fun.
전부 움직일 수 없게 만들어보자.
Okay. Consume, gain plus 15 charge. That's just on use. Okay. Dom's got 10. Dominating. Yi-san. Dominating. Faust. Dom 16. That's favored. Yeah, we got this.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
John.
제압 완료. 승객 보관 준비.
Oh boy.
벌써 끝나고.
Yeah, get him, John. Oh, damn. Okay, damn. We're gonna make quick work of Sasha.
하지만 아직
I thought
부족해.
Sasha would be a little bit
다음
tougher than
공격은
that.
더
Not
잘할
gonna
수
lie.
있도록. 출력 최대치.
소란이 줄었네요.
우리가 우세를 정하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼.
That should be enough to
지휘팀이라면
kill,
완벽하고
right?
빈틈없이
31
모든 걸
damage
끝마쳐야 하지
if she gets
않겠어?
heads. 42, 29, 54, 46, 24, 42. Yeah, let's just do that.
공격 범위 확인.
소란이 줄었네요.
어?
맘.
Oh, okay, mid-story. Unbelievable. My first kindred to be created without their authorization is this bumbling fool. I pray for your forgiveness, my parent. Be gone from my sight. At least thou hast brought me blood bags for sustenance. Yet it must be the responsibility of a parent to clean up the mess of his child. What a load of shit. With that, Cassetti reached out towards the pile of blood bags on the ground and... Oh! Oh yeah, that's a proper blood thing. Oh, what abundance. I had nearly forgotten this sensation. An armor of hardened blood materialized over the blood thing's body. His sheer aggression and the hatred was palpable enough to make our skin crawl. It appears that he has empowered himself by reaping their blood. Though my power is yet to fully return, this magnificent armor is quite befitting of a parade for a prince who has become a king. Wouldst thou agree? Yes, sir. Yes, you too. Of course you do. Challenge me now, O rebels. Challenge thy king.
와,
Oh, okay.
보여? 개체가
An
더 이상
observation
움직이지
log.
않네.
Grovel before
이대로 남은
me.
대상들도 전부
다,
움직일 수
다.
없게 만들어보자.
Dodge. At turn end on stored blood. Depending on stored blood, lesser gain 1 bind. At greater value gain for every excess. Lose 5% health. Okay. And we're gonna beat him up. Boom. Ha. Dominating. Dominating. Get dominated.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Oh no, I forgot about the dodge. I should have had someone offset it. It's fine. Ah, yeah. Nice dodge, idiot. So dominating is good. Yeah, well, it's dominating is good for you. Yes, it means you're gonna win the role.
나만 믿고
Then what
답에
does
집중해줘.
favorite mean?
도움이 될 수 있을
I think
거야.
is this what when I was talking to Astro? Oh, favored. Favored means it. Okay, so favored means it's like you have better odds than neutral, but not dominating is like the best odds, basically. Boom, boom, boom.
공격 번호 확인.
It's okay. You basically only just started with this, so it's fine. And even then, it's not like it doesn't work like a regular. It's not like you have to be good at Limbus. Ooh, minus 40 sanity. He's not gonna roll heads.
나만 믿고 다들 집중해줘. 도움이 될 수 있을 거야.
19, boom, boom, boom. Let's offset that and boom.
충전 기능 점검. 단숨에 정리한다.
Yeah, come on. Get wrecked, Cassetti. The parade's prince. I kind of want to see what this guy's animations look like, but maybe I'll just watch someone else fight him. He doesn't seem very hard to kill, but I don't know.
출력 최대치.
We are at 9 turns. Oh, it's unclashable. Interesting. Double the amount. Should I just dodge? I can't dodge. Oh, we can stag. Oh, he's got 10. He's got 10. Game. Let's dodge this. Oh, that's a lot of. Let's just hit him with this. Good. Oh, we could do a lot of dodges. Nah.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
It's only. Oh, that's a lot of heal. Oh, I should have dodged. God damn.
나만
Oh,
믿고 다들 집중해줘.
Oh, bruh, none of the
도움이 될 수
attacks
있을
went?
거야.
Bruh, cringe. Okay, let's stop playing around now. Skill free. 15. Unopposed? Oh, speed. That's why. Man, that's not much damage. Neutral. Like that. Just take the damage, it'll be fine.
충전 기능 점검. 단숨에 정리한다.
It's because he has 10 offense up now. God damn, he gets defense up as well? Ew. It's okay, it's okay.
오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지? 잠시만.
That's
볼륨 좀
dodging
확인해볼게.
her?
대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
Let's offset this. God damn it, Yoshi's not fast enough. And I don't want to get hit by that, so. Yeah, we can get hit by that, it's fine.
내가 눈에 새겨주지. 공간을 뭉갠다.
Yay! Oh, we have Dimensional Rift on him. Ow. Bastard.
앞으로
Oh, he's only got
강력한
one
공격이 다가올 것
speed.
같아.
Any
미리 말을
unclashable?
해줬으니까 못 피하는 직원은 없을 거라고 생각해.
Oh, he's got Bloodthirst. Interesting. Yeah, let's hit him with all this Mind Whip and all that. Oh, she only has 5. Bruh, Don has 9. Okay. Well, that's sad. Ishmael has 6? Ah, he's just annoying. It's fine. Clash with what? That wasn't the 10 speed AoE attack. This was a different attack, I think. Bleh. Also, he's rolling nothing. He's minus 45-7.
오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지? 잠시만. 볼륨 좀 확인해 볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서.
Do I have enough charge? If I spend health, I do. Yeah, let's do it. He's gonna try to.
공격 범위 확인.
If you're talking about the 10 speed one, you can't clash with it. But that wasn't the 10 speed one. That was a different AoE. Punch him hard. Yippee! DDR. Yeah, get rip space. Yeah, rip space. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Yes, I love your boiling human blood, but this is too painful. This guy keeps regenerating, no matter how many times we tear him to pieces. I don't know if we can. The mental fatigue finally got to Gregor and Sinclair, who collapsed to the ground. The strange environment of warp trance was proving to be a significant help to the Blood Fiend's regenerative ability. This fight's been dragging on even longer than our battles at the K-Corp border checkpoint, or the basement of Wuthering Heights. I knew that the sentence had all grown stronger since then, but I felt as though I stood before an impenetrable wall. Oh, damn, okay, Don Quixote continues to wildly pummel the Blood Fiend with her lance, breaking, stabbing, and crushing him every time a body part regenerated. I am so hungry. Ridiculous. Thy hunger is no justification for this massacre thou hast wrought. Shut up. You don't understand. You don't know how awful it is to survive on that disgusting blood for 200. No, I don't even want to think about it. Shut up. Be quiet. No, sorry. Please, just a sip. God damn, this guy is like mental state. How long has he been on the train? He's going for even the prince and the royalty stuff. Don't worry, that coughing was kind of in me voicing, but it was a mix between me being dehydrated. No, I am hydrated, but I'm playing it up. If you understand, I'm playing it up. It's all... I'm playing it up for for the voice lines. It's so useless. No matter how many times you stab me, I shan't stop until all of thy flesh and bone and organs are crushed into a vicious, shapeless mush, never to become whole again. But the Blood Fiend's regeneration is powerful. He's regenerating as fast as Don Quixote is destroying him. He's regenerating at an insane rate. We can't... my kindred, my child, I have given thee new life. I invited thee to this banquet. To do thy responsibilities. The blessing of a parent must be repaid, no? What can I do? Find their weakness, break their anchor, make them kneel and grovel before me in desperation, just as you had. Wait, I think I've got an idea. Sasha began looking around wildly, surprised by Cassetti's sudden command. It's that way. The way we prosthetics using fixes fight. Just as prosthetic fixes slowly lose their sense of self-preservation, their limbs are becoming more important than tools to be replaced. Yeah, I am hydrated and drinking. These idiots act with such abandon, as if they have multiple lives to burn through. With nothing to protect, they throw themselves wildly into battle like moths to a flame. And forget to look after what's really important, like this little thing. Oh, no way is the kid alive. Sasha picked up the master card key Faust showed her in one of her previous... Yeah, no, the kid's dead. Don Quixote, stop her now. Oh, my parent, I offer this gift to you. Don Quixote immediately leaped at the fixer, but one of her arms struck her away with great force. Ishmael and Masault, who had been holding Cassetti down, were no match for his strength without Don Quixote's fury. The Blood Fiend threw them both to the side and grabbed the key card. This is the key to the first-class cause, my lord. With this, grow your army of blood bags to bring glory to the kingdom. No. Cassetti examines the master key card with clear interest. Without that key card, we'll be trapped inside this train for thousands of years until it reaches its destination. Dante. I believe myself to be trying my utmost to overcome this adversity. Without access to Faust's knowledge and intelligence. However, without loss of the master key card, the uncertainty of the circumstances have greatly exacerbated. At the origin of this obstacle, Faust took a deep breath as if she was about to take a deep dive into the source of all this trouble. Must be my over-reliance on Faust. From what I can tell, Faust has always been operating based on information she received from Faust. So a situation like this, where she has to make decisions on her own, has to be unfamiliar to her. But Faust is an admirable sinner with or without Faust. I've been thinking of the same thing about myself, actually. That I've been relying too much on that perfect Faust. But even without Faust, you still gave us good directions to follow after analyzing the information we brought you. Maybe uncertainty itself doesn't have to be a problem for us. Remember, thus the lack of a plan itself becomes the plan. You said it yourself. I see. Indeed, among many I am a Faust that believes in uncertainty. Our loss of the master key card is but of one innumerable uncertain variables in the equation. The constant is, however, that the Blood Fiend is just as desperate as we are. Thus the only option that remains at present is to compromise. You there, looks like thou art the one who's been regenerating your friends. Stop doing that, alright? Don't heal a single one of them, or I'll smash your precious key to pieces. Manager, Squire, compromise with a villain as vile as that cur. I didn't have the time to regenerate Don Quixote's severe injuries just yet, and the rest of the sinners were already unconscious. The only sinner who could still move and talk normally was Faust, whom I just rewound the clock for. Yeah, let's do that. Very well then. Cassetti, why don't we move this conversation to a different location? Only I will accompany Dante to this negotiation. I'll make my intentions clear now. Dante and I will not attack you there. There's no doubt in my mind. Oh, thanks. There's no doubt in my mind that Cassetti must be absolutely exhausted by the unending barrage of attacks from Don Quixote and the Sinners. Faustus' suggestion that we move this conversation to a different place without the Sinners must have been a sweet one. Just you two, huh? Yes, the freight car is immediately adjacent to this one. That is where we will discuss further what we have to offer to one another. That clock must be thy monarch then, And thou art one of the retainers. Correct. Very well. This will be a royal debate then. It is only right that a royalty talks to no one else but the one who is equal. Manager Squire. We'll be back in a minute, Don Quixote. Thus we left the incapacitated Sinners and Don Quixote, who watched on with hollow, despondent eyes as we walked away. We carefully made our way into the freight car. So, Faust, why are we doing this in the freight car again? Dante, this will be my first attempt at a gamble. What? With that, the door closed shut behind us. Oh,
훌륭한 전시회였어.
Is this not? Oh, we're so close.
이걸 오히려
The negotiation.
고맙다고 말해야 하나?
So this passageway leads straight into Mephistopheles. This is where it all started. This stupid bus awoke me from my slumber. If only this bus hadn't completely filled up the freight car. I wasn't planning to start the parade so soon or create a kindred here. Dante. The connection has been restored. Oh damn, the connection to the Faustus? The suddenness of her statement briefly knocked me off my train of thought. I looked at her and cocked my head in confusion, and she replied with an even quieter whisper without looking away from the blood fiend. Where we put the bus into the train. The bus is in a freight at the end of the train. If you know what a freight is, it's basically a container. We found a router, real. Boarding Mephistopheles has reestablished my connection to Faust. Did you know that this would work? No, and as I have stated before, this was a pure incalculable gamble based on my own uncertain hypothesis. This success helps me somewhat comprehend Miss Rogers' fascination with gambling. A faint smile appeared on Faust's lips for a moment before fading away. Now that the connection has been re-established, I would like to make a complaint against the Gahu shop management regarding the fact that they neglected to list the information pertaining to the loss of connection within the interiors of the warp trains. However, finding a solution to this situation takes precedence. I have much reason to believe that their omission was done on purpose, but I hope such is not the case. The bus is just a cardboard bus. I imagine Charon driving a cardboard bus. Faust gently advanced towards the blood fiend. Let us discuss the details of our compromise. What are you willing to accept in return for the master key card? If thou wert just anyone, I would have wished to turn thee all into blood bags and drink every last drop of thy blood. But thou art unlike a common person. My wish is to maintain the secrecy of this kingdom of mine for as long as possible. And thine wish is to leave this place, right? Once I relinquish to thee this key card, and once thou returnest to your first class seats, we'll live here happily ever after like nothing happened. And when the train gets there, you get off the train, everything goes back to the way they're supposed to be. How's that for a deal? Like nothing happened. Faust, what about the job we were contracted to do in the first place? Our memories and any signs of battle will be entirely erased upon our arrival. We will have no way to relay our news, whether one of success or failure. If we had the means to defeat him, then at least W Corp would inform us that our contract was successful after the fact. However, this current scenario will leave us with nothing to show for, not even the smallest hint, and the contract will end in failure. However, what takes precedence over the contract is you and the sinner's psychological stability. It's not like we've always been successful, so that was something I could live with, but what about the other passengers of this train and its future passengers? I remember the look on Don Quixote's face whenever we would come across these inevitable forms of injustice. Faust does not reply. Yet the lack of reply was a reply all on its own. Are we going to have to let them die? Innocent lives will be lost, but we cannot prioritize their lives over our safety. That must be Faust and the company's policy. And yet... I shan't allow this. Don Quixote? I thought her wounds were too severe for her to even crawl, let alone walk, but with sheer will she pushed herself through the pain to reach the freight car. I will not tolerate this. We cannot let this vile wretch live and turn a blind eye to everything he's done. It's her, again. We want to stay here for what is essentially an eternity within this train. I know the truth. Everything hinges on this key, doesn't it? As soon as I break this in half, you spend the eons inside this. I care not. I would rather welcome the eons should it mean eons of penance for thee. 'Tis much preferable to letting thy villainy go unanswered. Let this place be the site of thine eternal judgment. Faust and I grabbed Don Quixote. She'd normally be strong enough to wiggle free of our grips, but she already pushed herself beyond her limit merely by walking here. Faust, unhand me. Thou mustn't let him live. Manager Esquire. Don Quixote, letting him destroy that key means that you will be condemning the sinners to thousands of years of torment. Then I shall fill the millennia with the tales of legend I had read in the magazines. No time, however, infinite, shall be too great to overcome should we endeavor as one. Certainly, you are aware that your suggestion is no solution at all, Don Quixote. Then there has to be another way, no? Thou art both possessors of great wisdom, Faust, Manager Esquire. Is there truly no path in which we may bring justice to the villain and the sinners remain unharmed? Her struggle begins to wane, but this was no acceptance, this was dejection. Well, wait, Don Quixote, no! In the commotion, we failed to notice that the blood fiend had been quietly advancing at us. We let Don Quixote go at the last second, but we were a second too late. Oh, my dearest parent, forgive my transgression of creating another without thy sanction. Oh, thou shalt become the second kindred of mine. Cassetti screams incoherently as he leaps onto Don Quixote, piercing her neck with his fangs before he even had the chance to do anything. Oh, I did not expect this to be the solution. Faust, what do you mean the solution? According to this information I had viewed in the past, and once again just now, it's... Dante, take cover behind me and remain absolutely still. And please do know that the other sinners must never hear a word of what it's... Oh no, Don's... Oh dear, Don's gonna do something. Oh. Don Quixote levitates slightly in the air, the strings on her shoes as they slip off her feet on their own. She looks on with bewilderment as her running shoes fall to the floor, and... Roshinate. I've always had this question swirling at the unfocused backstage of my mind. Why are you always so protective of those running shoes, Don Quixote? Running shoes? Ah. Dost thou speak of our dear Rockinate? Yeah, those. I have battled through thick and thin, feast and famine with dear Rockinate, in sorrow and in joy, no matter the brutality of trials that have struck me. It have been a loyal steed by my side for however long it have been in existence. She doesn't know when she got them? Ah, Manager Esquire, wherefore hast thou not saluted Rockinate as well? This may be a rather auspicious occasion to do so. Nope, I think I'm good. Aha, be not so bashful. Go on ahead. Looks stinky. Small girl is torturing TikTok with stinky. Thanks, Charon. Stinky they are not. Scuffed as they might appear, Rockinate is in pristine condition. Also, thou shalt not address me as a small Evacuate. Evacuate. Something's happening. I don't know what's happening. Don Quixote, don't tell me you go to sleep running those... I don't know what's happening, but Don is unlocking power? Oh, I have always been quite certain that someone so esteemed as he would care to ask me how... I don't think Don has powers. I think this is gonna be like a... This is gonna be... this... No, is it gonna be like the... Are the shoes gonna knock him out or something? No, what's happening? Would care how Rockinate fares. It's not, it's gonna be dumb. It's gonna be like the shoes smell or something and knocks the blood fiend out. I didn't mention that this question was inspired by numerous eyewitness reports from other sinners who saw her wandering the holes in her pajamas and wearing Rockinate. Verily, Rockinate and I remain bound together even in slumber. There shall be no separating the two of us. We are bound not by need or wand, we are simply bound together through plight and delight. Now that I think about it, every single idea of Don Quixote was always wearing those pair of running shoes, Rockinate. Have you ever taken them off? Take them off? Fie, whatever dost thou mean? As in detach Rockinate from my body, 'tis a very odd insulation thou maketh. She looks at me with puzzled eyes as though taking those pair of running shoes off was somehow as an inconceivable idea. There was something much more than just her favorite pair of running shoes. Her odd attitude of treating something so far removed from it as something completely ordinary. Wait. Oh god, I want to make guesses. The Blood Fiend has a mask. So is Don's shoes also something like that? What does Rockinate mean to Don Quixote? What even is that thing? An overwhelmingly powerful pressure suddenly explodes, radiating in all directions. As the metallic stench of blood suffocates the bust, filling every corner of it with its sickening horror. Then darkness. No, that's not possible. Oh, it's like animated. Hold it. No way. Is Dawn a blood fiend? This has been a theory in Limbus company for a while that Dawn is a blood fiend. Oh, the aura. Because this guy has a mask, right? Dawn has... Bro, it looks so cool. This is such... That's impossible. An all-absorbing darkness. Voice is our only light. You are the second kindred. How did... I should have felt your presence. I do think I saw a faint outline of an aura. I see a red aura and a long fur adornment of sorts. Though the shimmering aura I think I saw red eyes. You have committed the sin of filial impiety, transgressor. I know that voice, but I also don't. I've never heard in such a low, imposing tone. Bro, I need the VA to do this. It speaks towards the lesser being. The blood fiend shriveled and kneeling, trembling, pathetic. Mercy, O venerated ancestor. I beg for the mercy of the second kindred. I beg for the mercy of this insolent worm. Crimson droplet of blood slowly rises around the blood fiend's mouth before congealing and sealing his mouth shut. But no language worming its way out of your maw shall be worth my ears. No, to commit the sin of filial impiety by attempting to travel against the bloodstream, to commit such abomination against your ancestor, I cannot well sanction your impudence of continued existence. Coagulate and melt away. Cassetti's body begins liquefying to a slick stream of blood, his form curdling and crumbling, then dripping to the ground, rapidly yet ponderously like that ice cream Don Quixote loves so much, melting away on the floor, heated under the series. Ain't no way they bring up ice cream. You. Don Quixote turned to look at me, who was still on the ground after being thrown by the shock wave, and with a cryptic look of pity, she uttered something. Indeed, you must be the promised timepiece. Something I couldn't quite understand. Rocinante, to me. Rocinante, I beseech you. I carefully reached out, grabbed her shoes, and slipped them onto her bare feet one by one. One day, she gasped, stumbled, and slumped to the ground. Oh god, I can't believe they're doing this before her canto. Oh, this is wild. I mean, it seems true because the guy called her the second kindred, right? You know how the guy has, I already said this, but the guy has the mask, Dawn has the shoes. Sometime later. Can somebody explain what just happened in a way that makes sense? I knew that the sinners would all be shocked and confused. After all, when they including Faust and Don Quixote, all came back to life after I rewound the clock. All that remained was the destroyed door to the freight car and the disgusting obliterated remains of what was once Cassetti. Most personnel had lost their consciousness from the mental stress of the prolonged battle against the blood fiend. Whatever measure it was that the manager had taken, it can be said that it was appropriate. I guess so. Well, good work everyone. However, the definition of most personnel excludes free individuals. Therefore, it would be most appropriate to direct any questions to them. Wait. Who are those free? Faust, the manager, and Don Quixote, who is still unconscious. Huh? Really? The three of you? Wow, you were spot on. When did you even have the time to notice that? Oh boy. I have identified the three conscious individuals by analyzing their walking cadence and voices, moments before my loss of consciousness. Right, so what's going on with the laugh? Why, she's still out cold. She appears to be in a state of deep slumber. As she is not at risk of death, she will be waking up soon. I remember everything, of course. Don Quixote's sudden transformation. How she practically erased the blood fiend and his kindred from the world without even moving a finger. But I also remember Faust's last words. And please do note that the other sinners must never hear a word of what is about to happen. Don Quixote was unconscious and Faust was answering every question with silence. It was only natural their eyes would fall on me. That's, you know. Wait, that reminds me. Where's the key card? Last I remembered it was in Cassetti's hands, who is in a far more presentable state than he was in before. Wait, so what about the key card he was holding though? It has been half liquefied. The remains have melted with his finger bones. It appears to have become one with the middle phalanges. Wait. Oh. No, everyone calm down. Calm down. Oh, we got the chicken music. I really should have packed more cigarettes. How about we force one of these doors open? The master keycard is not an absolute necessarily element resolving the situation. How? It will require approximately 5 hours to formulate and proceed with an explanation in a manner that will allow the sinners to fully comprehend the exact how of this methodology. Therefore, it will be delivered to you in a digestible, summarized format. Well, that was short-lived. She's acting all smug again. We can utilize the back door of Mephistopheles. The steely confidence in her declaration was more than enough to win us all over. So we headed to the corridor past the back door. Don Quixote slung over one of our shoulders and arrived at our destination. Oh! I can't... Oh, Virgilia's... Oh, Jesus. I can't not ask what happened after seeing the stare you are all in. Sandy, Pitta, Sandy, Patta. Grains of sand and seashell-like things fell with every step the sinners took. Ask someone after me to explicate. It can. Grains of sand roll about in my throat with every word spoken. Cornelius? Maybe? Some time ago, Faust explained the simpler gist of this plan as we made our way to the back door. To put it simply, we'll spend the time at a space disconnected from the train. The train should be arriving at its destination in approximately 10 seconds, going by A-Corp timescale. All we have to do is remain somewhere in our original dimension for that duration. And with that, Faust came to a sudden stop in the middle of one of the corridors. Wait, are you seriously gonna just open that door with this many doors in here? Are you sure that's the right one? Yes, this is the correct door. Its safety is completely ensured. Lass, at least tell us what's past that door. I did not bother verifying that particular information myself. It is necessary for future endeavors that I gain the experience of encountering something completely unexpected. What? Oi, wait! Faust did not wait for Heathcliff to finish his sentence before jerking the door wide open. Now please enter through this door. With Faust's stern command, we into a building that looked like a derelict abandoned hospital of sorts. I think we walked into the middle of a sandstorm. Huh? Aren't we supposed to be indoors? How the heck is this even happening? I can't open my eyes. Dude, got sand in my... Wait, no, is this a sandstorm? But weren't we inside a building? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The sinners blurted out a colorful series of complaints trying to cover themselves in the blasting sandstorm. But Faust continued to count in that same indifferent rhythm, before dragging us out of here just as if we herded us in. So, we managed to return to a safe and sound to the interiors of the warp trains that arrived at P-Corp platforms. As the train was still getting cleaned up, that is, and with our bodies completely covered in sand. So, I thought we'd never make it. Whoa, are you guys okay? How did these passengers, who were so happy to be done with this whole ordeal, that even the W cleanup agents in the middle of a cleanup looked downright hospitable? We are employees of Limbus Company. We boarded the warp train at the behest of your employer. Oh, so you guys are the people that our captain told us about. They really let you guys keep your memories, huh? Oh, that reminds me. One of the employees must be sleeping inside that hibernation pod over there. Oh, that. Huh. Never seen in action before. Thanks. Let me go check. That hidden compartment behind the chair that the cleanup agent crawled into. Inside it was... Huh? There isn't anyone in here. Huh? Maybe we're looking at the wrong pod? This is the correct spot. Then the disappearance of the individual who has entered this pod would indicate. I guess these folks aren't all there in the head either. Maybe you guys are just mistaken. I doubt that. Yes, we must have suffered from a momentary collective hallucination caused by fatigue. Very well then, we will see ourselves out. That's suspicious, right? Okay, so yeah, Guy appeared. Guy's no longer. Why is he gone? Faust cut the conversation short before the other sinners began asking too many questions. Now that I became intimately familiar with the meaning of that gesture, I followed her to the outside without another word. Is he the rambling man? No, this was maybe he was I don't know what you define as the rambling man, but he was a W Corp cleanup agent that was survived. Oh, that would be cool. Hey, have we arrived? Rise and shine, lass. Had enough nap yet? I see. I'll hear the details of the incident on the bus once we're traveling again. Understood. Any and all relevant reports would be sent to W Corp via LCCA and... Virgilius was already there when we arrived. He was sharing a conversation with Faust about what went down inside the train with a serious expression. I will now leave with Charon and watch them unfasten Mephistopheles from the train. The minute hand on the manager's head seems to be desperately signaling me that they have a lot of burning questions to ask you. Allow me to give you two some space. I was finally able to ask Faust once Virgilius left. Why did you do that? Faust's body was quite literally blasted to pieces from the sheer explosive pressure that filled the room the moment Don Quixote's shoes came off. It was as though she knew that it was going to happen, because it was the preferable course of action to having the same explosion demise occur to your body instead. I do find it regrettable that you were made to turn the clock despite my knowledge of the high likelihood of my death upon that occurrence. No, I'm not blaming you for that. I just want to know how long you've known that. Don Quixote is... That is something I have been aware of since the LCB was first established. The same could be said of Virgilius. Of course. However, it was by the will of the LCA's superiors that this knowledge remains withheld from the manager until the appropriate moment. And that appropriate moment was back there? According to my private judgment, yes. Well, as my connection to all communication, including one to Faust, had been severed, I was not in a position to receive the headquarters authorization for that action. Right. Though the full truth may remain obscured still, we are once again returned. Return, that was a layered word. We've returned to one of the warp platforms in our own dimension. We've returned to our daily life of speculating of what's next in our path, and the usual Faust reconnected to Faust has returned. Yes. Faust has replied to Yisang's nebulous wording with a quiet affirmation. Please, do not take this query with any greater import than a mere jest, however. Do you suppose I shall see her again? Wait a minute. She shot a puzzled look at Yisang. In a way, it was quite the pleasant encounter, was it not? Yisang mused ambiguously before leaving us. Phew. This incident at the warp train was such a chaotic mess that it felt shorter than it really was. But I also learned so much about so many things, but it was too soon to start racking our brains about what kind of nonsense trial we were about to face at P-Corp. So I decided to join this momentary peace. How do we find ourselves at P-Corp? Wherefore is my throat so parched? I'm too tired to explain. Chiquita, you missed out big time on one crazy adventure. Huh? That vibrated the last few grains of the sand out of my ears. The sinners look at Don Quixote's bewildered awakening, grinning. There's no way to know what we'll be facing here at District 16, where Peacock was located, but we got this, right? The The same faith I saw in Faust, who believed in uncertainty, rises within me too. I looked up to Faust, only to see that Faust was looking at me as well. She nodded at me with her usual barely noticeable smile, and I gave her a light nod back in return. Time to go find ourselves another golden bow.